Back-to-back RBI singles for the Copperheads.
Lines this one deep out into the outfield, back at the wall. It is out of here! Grand slam, Sebastian Fabic.
Copperheads Baseball is presented by Ohio Health and by Ambassador Laundry, Athens Chambers of Commerce, Athens County Convention and Visitors Bureau, The Cat's Eye, Classic Brand and Ohio Realty, Shauna Stump, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh, Union Street.
Game set between the Southern Ohio Copperheads and the Hamilton Joes. First time these two teams. The Joes come in 15-12. Southern Ohio Copperheads 16-13. Hello and welcome to the broadcast. Joey Medor alongside Connor Mills. And Connor, successful week for the Copperheads in the road trip. As the seventh and final game of this road trip, but they go 4-2, take 2 of 3 from the Scouts, as well as the division-leading Steam.
Yeah, it's really been a nice showing of offense for the Copperheads, especially in the face of adversity with all the pitchers that went down for them. And for the Copperheads, they just have to continue to string together these wins if they want to find themselves in the postseason.
It'll be lineups and first pitch when we return here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens, keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brand is so much more than you think. Rocky Brand is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brands story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood, bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Moments here from the first pitch, but first, Connor Mills will take us through the starting lineups for both sides.
Let's go through the Southern Ohio Copperheads first. For the Copperheads, leading off in center field is Lucas Nasanti. The designated hitter, number 14, batting second, Zach Iverson. Batting third, number 22, Sebastian Fabic. He's out in right field, and he's been tremendous so far this season. Around 398, I believe, for batting average. We'll get all into that a little bit later. Cleanup batter for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, Zion Avery at first base. Behind him is Reese Trahey. He's at second. Behind the plate today, Scott Combs from Michigan State. Phil Glasser at short. Carter Cross in left field. Daniel Cruz is the man over at third base. A new face out on the mound for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. It'll be number 27, Jack Bennett. The new man for the Copperheads making a start in today's game, and we'll go through quickly the Hamilton Joes starting lineup. Leading off, Marshall Rich, the designated hitter. Batting second, Zach Orn, the second baseman. Batting third, Preston Miller, the third baseman. Batting fourth, Ryan Thompson out in right field. Avery Janning at first base. Brendan Gick in center field. Brock Mathis behind the plate. Logan Thomason at short, and Griffin Kane in left field. The pitcher for the Hamilton Joes, number 37, William McLean.
So the Copperheads trying to get their first win of the season against the Hamilton Joes here in the ball game this evening, as they were swept the first time these two teams played. They sit currently even in the standings, as the Hamilton Joes are 15-12, while the Copperheads are 16-13. They're tied for third currently, so a big series here in mid-July as we come down the home stretch of the GLSCL season.
The Copperheads just finishing up a 7-game road trip with today's ball game. It's been a long road trip. It's been successful, but they are eager to get back to Bob Wren tomorrow.
Well, it's time for some Copperheads baseball here at Hamilton, Ohio, here at Foundation Field, as the first pitch in the leadoff man, Lucas Nasanti, swings on it and chops it foul over top the third base dugout. And it's a first pitch strike for William McLean, who's a starter for the Joes in this one. Made one appearance on the season back on July 2nd. 3 1/3 innings, 6 runs, all of them earned, 5 hits, as the 0-1 catches the outside corner. Nasanti, he's down 0-2. But 5 hits, 4 walks, and a strikeout, facing 20 batters. So McLean trying to pick up his first win on the season in tonight's game. Quickly has Nasanti down in the count 0-2. As he kicks and deals to him, Nasanti swings and chops it foul down the third baseline. That'll be another 2-strike pitch into Nasanti, who had a coming-out performance back on Saturday. Went 5 for 6 with 5 singles and an RBI against the Cincinnati Steam in one of the 2 victories the Copperheads took from the South Division leaders. As another 0-2 pitch into Santi, swung on a miss, strike three. McLean sets down to Santi fairly quickly to open up the ball game, one away for the Copperheads.
Just a nice pitching sequence there from McLean, firing in a couple fastballs and then getting to Santi to swing high and miss the high cheddar.
Will now be the DH Zach Iverson in this ball game, as his last outing on the team was on the mound on Saturday, where he picked up the victory against the Steam. But he swings at the first pitch, flies it out towards Kane in left field. He ranges towards the foul line, has it lined up, makes the catch with two hands. And the first two Copperheads to step up to the plate in the first inning are retired, two away. As now it'll be the man whose name we can't say enough, Sebastian Fabic, stepping up to the dish, continuing his monster season with a .393 average, good for third in the league. 46 hits and 117 at-bats, 25 runs scored, 14 doubles, 2 homers, 29 RBIs, which also leads the team. 11 walks along with 7 stolen bases. First pitch into him from McLean, misses up high and inside for a ball, 1-0. As in that 3-game set with the Steam, Fabic went 6 for 16 with a double, as well as 3 RBIs, as the 1-0 pitch misses outside for a ball. 2-0 now to Sebastian Fabic with 2 outs here in the top of the first. No score yet in this first game of the 3-game series between these teams. A 2-0 pitch into Fabic, taken low for a ball. 3-0 is the count now, as they'll play game 1 here at Hamilton, but head back to Bob Wren on Wednesday and Thursday for the final 2 games at home against this Joe's team. As 3-0 pitch comes down the heart of the plate to Fabic, takes it all the way. And 3-1 will be the count now. As McLean looking for a scoreless inning to open up the top of the first. 3-1 pitch swung on and chopped foul towards the third base dugout. They'll run the count full to Sebastian Fabic. As Fabic's tear continues. Mentioned third in the league in batting average, also top 5 in RBIs. But here comes the full count pitch in from McLean. It will be taken low, ball 4. Fabic draws a 2-out walk, and it'll give Zion Avery a chance to hit here in the top of the first inning.
Just a good at-bat from Sebastian Fabic. 3-0 counts. Watched one fastball go by for a strike, fouled off a couple, and then was able to work the walk.
So now here comes Zion Avery, leading the team in homers this season with 3. So he comes into tonight's ball game with a .282 average, 20 hits and 71 at-bats, 4 doubles, 3 homers, 15 RBIs. As first pitch into Avery comes in over the heart of the plate for a strike, 0-1. As in the series against the Steam, Avery went 5 for 12 with a double, a homer, along with 6 RBIs. 4 of them coming on a grand slam on July 6th. As the 0-1 pitch in him misses up high for a ball, evens up the count at 1. But just a second start on the season for McLean, for the Joes. Trying to bring down that 12.6 ERA he has. As 1-1, actually a pickoff attempt over to first base, diving back in safely is Fabic. So now McLean will get back on the rubber and worry about coming into Zion Avery. As the 1-1 pitch is swung on and chopped foul down towards the third base coaching box. And Avery finds himself behind in the count now. 1-2 with 2 outs in the inning. No score yet here in the top of the first. Runner leads off first base after Fabic drew a leadoff walk. As the Copperheads looking to keep inching closer to the division-leading Steam, as they were a game and a half out heading into tonight's ball game. As 1-2 pitch into Avery, misses outside for a ball, evens up the count at 2.
Well, the Copperheads did their job against the Cincinnati Steam, took 2 out of 3 in the last series. 4 out of 2 over the last 2 series against them. Now just have to pick up wins against
2-2 into Zion is swung on and popped foul down the third baseline. Heading over is the third baseman. He will have enough room up against the fence to make the catch to retire the side in the inning. So the Copperheads get the 2-out walk. But that's it. Pretty quiet first inning. No runs, no hits. One runner left on base as we head to the bottom of the first. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Bottom of the first, still no score.
I'm Sebastian Fab.
The new addition to the Copperheads team. We've been talking about the need for pitching. Well, here's one of the first steps of that, number 25. Number 27, Jack Bennett on the mound at a John Carroll University, as he will face Marshall Rich to open up the ballgame. His first pitch for the Copperheads misses up high for a ball, 1-0. As in the spring in his freshman year, Bennett had an 11.93 ERA with a 1-1 record in 11 appearances, as the 1-0 pitch catches the inside corner for a strike, 1-1 into Marshall Rich. As in 14 in the third innings, 24 hits given up, 24 runs, 19 of them earned, 17 walks, 14 strikeouts. As 1-1 pitch misses just a bit outside for a ball, 2-1 to the leadoff man, Marshall Rich. As Rich on the season, batting .314. As a 2-1 into him, swung on and fouled down the right field line and out of play. Over towards one of the Little League fields here at Foundation Field. 2-2 is the count now, as Rich, the last time these two teams squared off, played in 2 of the 3 games. He went 2 for 7 with a couple of singles. As a 2-2 pitch into him is taken up high and inside for a ball. And it's a full count to the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the first. No score yet. As the last time these two teams faced off in a 3-game set, it was all victories for the Joes, as full count pitch is swung on and fouled out of play. It'll be a tough first out. 7 pitch of the at-bat coming into Rich, but the Joes won all 3 games, 2-1, 5-4, and 7-5 over the Copperheads the last time these teams squared off. As full count pitch is grounded out towards short to Phil Glasser. Glasser picks it up cleanly, throws on the first. In time to retire Rich. So the first batter, Bennett, faces in a Copperheads uniform. He sets him down. 1 away here in the bottom of the first.
Not a bad first start for Jack Bennett. Just getting the ground ball out, pitching some strikes. See what he can do in today's game.
So now it's Zach Orn, the right fielder out of Ivy Tech Community College, as he digs in, the lefty. As on the season, batting .277 with 18 hits and 65 at-bats as the first pitch into him misses up and away for a ball, 1-0. He has a double, a triple, 11 RBIs, 11 walks, 7 stolen bases. Holds a .382 on-base percentage. As the 1-0 pitch from Bennett into him misses up and away again for a ball, 2-0, identical to the last spot he missed. Jinduum will catch the outside corner at the letters for a strike, 2-1. As Bennett now takes a step off the mound, now he's back on the rubber, pitching from the left side of the rubber. From the windup, here comes a 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed by Orr, and evens up the count at 2. First swing and a miss we see Jack Bennett get in the start so far. Now trying to retire Zach Orr, and here comes the 2-2 pitch. Misses high and outside for a ball. Back-to-back full counts for Bennett to open up the ball game. As one away here in the bottom of the first. Still no score between the two teams. But Bennett looks into Scott Combs. Now kicks and deals 3-2. Swung on and missed for the strikeout. First strikeout for Bennett on the season. Comes in his first inning. 2 away now here in the bottom of the first.
Nice pitch from Jack Bennett. What I've seen in these two first at-bats, he's not afraid to throw high and inside. Tries to command the plate, brush back some batters. But he's been effective so far.
Well, still got a long way to go. First pitch into Preston Miller out of San Clemente, California, as a called strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Preston Miller batting .268 with 26 hits, 7 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, 15 RBIs as he swings and hits that one deep out into right field. Lucas Nasanti ranging to his left will make the play in the alley to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning for Jack Bennett in his first start with the Copperheads as we head into the top of the second. Still scoreless here at Foundation Field on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fall Green Moortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmoortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the Tap Room on Campbell Street.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
It'll be Reese Trahey leading off the top of the second for the Copperheads. They look to crack the scoreboard first against McLean out there on the mound. The first pitch into him is taken below the knees for a ball to Trahey, 1-0. As coming in the ball game, Copperheads second in the GOSCO and batting average at .290 as a team, only trailing the Lima Locos. That swing and a broken bat up the middle, slow grounder picked up on the hop by the second baseman. Throw on the first in time to retire Trahey. So one away now here in the top of the second. Trahey retired. It will be Scott Combs, a catcher, next. As for Scott Combs on the season, batting at .271 with 16 hits, a double is his only extra base hit, 10 RBIs, 9 walks, 13 strikeouts. His last time out on July 6th went 1 for 4 against the Steam as that pitch misses low and inside for a ball, 1-0 to Combs. As now McLean winds up the 1-0 into Combs, comes in on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 is the count now.
Just a good location on the breaking ball. Started out high and landed down low.
1-1 pitch into Combs, misses outside for a ball, be 2-1. As the Copperheads coming off back-to-back games scoring double digits. It was 15 on Saturday night, then 10 on Sunday. As a 2-1 pitch catches the outside corner for a strike, 2-2. And very much needed was the offensive production with the Copperheads being so thin at pitcher, not knowing who was going to be able to go out there every night. That's a 2-2 into Combs now, misses low and away for a ball, runs the count full.
Yeah, 15-4 against the Steam, 10-4 in the last game on Sunday. The offense has been there for the majority of the season. Now it's just how long can the pitching last?
Full count is swung on and looped out into shallow left field, and Scott Combs will have a base hit out into left field for the first hit of the ball game. Runner on first now with one away as it ran in on the fist, but he gets enough to loop it out into the outfield for a single. So now Phil Glasser will bat with a runner on first and one away.
And that's all you really need to do for Scott Combs. Find a way on base, try to get something going.
Of course, Scott Combs, one of the 4 All-Stars selected for the Copperheads this summer. Well, he leads off first now with one away. Be Phil Glasser digging in, first pitch into him, swung on and lined out into left field. Backing up is the left fielder Kane. He's still backing up. Now he'll make the catch. Scott Combs will trot on back to first base. 2 outs now in the inning as Glasser's retired in 1 pitch. So now it'll be Carter Cross at the plate with 2 away.
Now Carter Cross, before coming into the game in relief on Sunday, hadn't pitched since his high school days. So from Nebraska and known for his bat, well, saved the Copperheads on Sunday with his arm.
Topped out at 88 miles per hour, pretty impressive for a non-pitcher. As first pitch into Carter Cross, misses low and away for a ball, 1-0. As that was his first appearance, but the Copperheads needed someone to get him out of the 9th inning against the Cincinnati Steam to earn the series victory. Cross came in, got the 2 outs he needed as the 1-0 pitch is swung on and fouled back into the screen. It'll be a 1-1 count to Cross. Cross batting on the year is 9 for 47 with a 191 average. 2 doubles, 2 triples, 4 RBIs. As Scott Combs, not a big lead off of first. Here comes the 1-1 pitch into Carter Cross. Will be taken outside for a ball. Now a throw back down to first, trying to catch Combs sleeping over there. He dives back in safely. 2-1 the count now to Cross.
Combs is lucky. He's got a tall frame. I wouldn't be so fortunate. It'd take me a little bit longer to try and get back to the bag. But Scott, tall guy, can just lay down and reach. He'll make it.
Yeah, you probably weren't allowed to lead off when you played.
No, it was a very short
They would have picked you off every time.
Believe it or not, I was fast. I had a couple stolen bases.
2-1 pitch into Carter Cross is hit towards the hole between first and second, and it gets through into right field for a base hit. So Carter Cross picks up a single. Now back-to-back knocks here for the Copperheads. 2 on, 2 away now for Daniel Cruz, the third baseman in tonight's game.
Well, Cruz, again, he started out the season hot, batting around 350, has dipped down to around 250 now. But again, he's a guy, has some power, 2 home runs this season, and he's just a spark plug for this offense.
So Cruz will look to come through with the runner in scoring position and 2 away. As the Copperheads try to crack the scoreboard first in this game. No score yet here in the top of the second. As first pitch into Cruz, catches the inside corner for a strike, 0-1. As Cruz, with runners in scoring position on the year, batting at .286 and 35 at-bats, a homer and 15 RBIs. As he'll look to improve on that average here in this situation. As the 0-1 count in the Cruz swung on line back up the middle, will get through for a base hit. Being sent in to Scott Combs. Here comes a long throw home from the center fielder. The throw is in time to retire Scott Combs. It looked like he might have got under the tag there, but ruled out by the home plate umpire, Lovelace. Now Austin Dunphy and Combs both pleading their case to Lovelace at home plate, but it looks like the call is going to stand. As a close play there at the plate. Looked like Combs might have got under the tag, but called out. The inning will end as the throw from Brennan Gick cuts down Scott Combs at the plate, and the inning comes to an end. We head into the bottom of the second. Still no score here at Foundation Field on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Scott Combs gunned down at home to stop the top of the second inning and prevent the first run of the game from coming in, but it looks like him and home plate umpire Lovelace having good terms, just having a conversation before we get the inning underway here in the bottom of the second. That's first pitch into Ryan Thompson. Misses low for a ball, 1-0. As after a 3-up, 3-down inning in his first inning, as that pitch is fouled away, evened up the count at 1. Jack Bennett trying to continue to set down the Joes hitters in his first start with the Copperheads this summer, just joining the team today, actually, out of John Carroll University. As that pitch is swung on and grounded towards Zion Avery at first, he fields it, takes to the bag himself for the first out of the inning. So the first 4 batters Bennett has faced, he's sat down. Got to be happy with the start if you're Coach Austin Dunphy so far.
Yeah, so far, I mean, it's very short start in the game, but he's been effective. He's gotten his ground ball outs. He has a strikeout. Has not really had an error yet.
Well, now it'll be Avery Janning at the plate. Janning, the first baseman in tonight's contest. As first pitch into him is swung on and chopped towards Reese Trey at second base. He fields it in the hole, throwing to first in time. One pitch to record the second out of the inning. As Bennett making quick work of the Joes here in the bottom of the second, quickly 2 away here.
Yeah, it wasn't until about 45 minutes before the bus left that anyone knew that Jack Bennett would be joining the team. So for Bennett to make the start, coming from wherever he came from, I believe is North Canton, Ohio.
Hey, whatever you say.
I believe it is. Went from North Canton down to Athens and then over here to Hamilton.
Right. A lot of travels in his first day. First pitch into Brennan Gick is taken on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. As Brennan Gick, a part of the Northern Kentucky Norse during the spring, as he swings and chops that ball foul down the first baseline. 0-2 is the count to Gick as he bats .238 on the year with 6 doubles, 3 homers, 20 RBIs. This comes into the ball game riding a 3-game hit streak. But Jack Bennett will look to put an end to that here this evening. Here comes the 0-2 into Gick. It misses way outside for a ball. Tried to waste one. Easy take there for Gick. 1-2 the count now.
Not a bad waste pitch. You'd like to see it a little bit more close to the plate, but again, try to get him swinging outside.
1-2 is the count now. Here comes the delivery. Swung on a miss. Strike three. Second strikeout in the first 2 innings for Bennett, and he's retired the first 6 Joes he's faced to open up the ball game. Still no score here at Foundation Field. We head into the top 3. Copperheads coming to the plate when we return on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the order, due up, Lucas Nasanti, followed by Zach Iverson and Sebastian Fabic for the Copperheads here in the top of the third. Still no score in this game, 1-3 with the Hamilton Joes. As first pitch into Nasanti comes right down the middle for a strike, 0-1. As so far, McLean more successful than in his first start of the year, where he gave up 6 runs over 3 1/3. So far has shut out the Copperheads through the first 2. As the 0-1 into Nasanti bounces in for a ball, 1-1. Nasanti struck out to open up the ball game in his first at-bat. As count even at 1 now. McLean winds up. Here comes a pitch to Nasanti. Swung on and a check swing. Foul back behind home plate. Nasanti now down in the count, 1-2. As Nasanti a couple nights ago going 5 for 6, earning himself player of the game on Saturday against Cincinnati Steam. As 1-2 pitch, breaking ball bends right down the middle. Taken for Nasanti for strike 3. And Nasanti is retired to open up the top of the third inning.
Yeah, just a tough pitch. Caught Nasanti looking. A nice breaking ball from McLean.
So with that, the DH, Zach Iverson, will step in. As first pitch into him will be taken up high for a ball. Iverson in his first at-bat flew out to left field. As coming into the ball game, batting at .364 was Iverson. 24 for 66 as the 1-0 is missed high and outside for a ball, 2-0. 4 doubles, a homer, 11 RBIs, 11 walks. As Iverson has excelled so far this season. As the 2-0 pitch is lined out into left field, going back to the left fielder Kane. He will catch it on the run for the out. And 2 away now in the top of the third.
Now back-to-back times that Zach Iverson has flied out to left field, just a little bit behind McLean's pitches.
Well, now it's Sebastian Fabic. He drew a walk in his last at-bat, 12th walk of the year for him. As Sebastian coming into the night, 3rd in the league in batting average. First pitch into him is a front door breaking ball that stays inside, 1-0.
Almost would have been another hit by pitch.
As 1-0 pitch misses low and away for a ball, 2-0 now the count to Fabic. as Fabic comes into the ball game riding a very impressive 7-game hit streak as he takes a big rip at the 2-0 fastball but comes up empty 2-1. As in those 7 games, 5 of them are multi-hit ball games. As the last game he didn't have a hit was back on June 29th against the Locos. He swings and chops that ball foul down the third base line to even up the count at 2. With 2 away here in the top of the third, still no score between the Copperheads and the Joes. But Sebastian, one of the starters in the All-Star game this year, along with Zach Iverson. Copperheads well represented in the All-Star game this year as the 2-2 pitch is fouled out of play over towards the park. Behind us, count remains 2-2. So Fabic trying to keep the inning alive, perhaps give a chance for Zion Avery to hit in the inning. Here comes a 2-2 pitch to Fabic. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Third strikeout for McLean through the first 3 innings. And the Copperheads go down in order in the top of the third. 1-2-3, heading to the bottom of the third. Still no score between these two teams as you're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Stephanie Wood with Ohio Realty. She will help you find your next safe home. Stephanie Wood bringing home the results and going the extra distance.
Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh has supported the Copperheads since 2002. We're proud of that affiliation and excited to sponsor Fireworks Night again this year on June 29th. As one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region, Snyder, Fuller, and Stroh is focused on helping our clients secure their financial future. What's your plan? Give us a call at 594-8385.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community.
Ty Krinberger from Pompano, Florida. You're listening to Ched's Media.
Bottom 3 as the bottom of the order is due up for the Hamilton Joes as Jack Bennett in his first start with the team has retired the first 6 batters he's faced so far. And looking to make it 7, 8, and 9 here in this third inning as still no score between the two sides. As first pitch in from Bennett, swung on and fouled off down the third baseline. 0-1 is the count to the leadoff man in this inning. As it is Brock Mathis, the catcher. Down in the count, 0-1 to Bennett. As the 0-1 into Mathis is swung on and popped up down the right field line. Coming over is a trio of Copperheads, but they will all run out of room as that ball lands out of play, and 0-2 will be the count now to Mathis.
Well, going down the right field line, it looked like someone might have had a chance to go and make the play, but just over the metal fence and into the bullpen for the Copperheads.
Brock Mathis out of LSU from Hamilton, Ohio, batting .265 this summer. 13 for 49 with 7 doubles, a homer, 6 RBIs. As Bennett has him down in the count, 0-2. As the righty kicks and deals, the 0-2 misses just a bit outside. Very good 0-2 pitch there from Bennett. But Mathis takes it. 1-2 is the count now. As Bennett, the 1-2, swung on and missed in the dirt, blocked by Combs. He stands up, fires a strong throw over to Zion Avery at first to retire Brock Mathis. 3 strikeouts now for Bennett. And the leadoff man in the bottom of the third is retired, 1 away.
Well, it almost kind of feels like the beginning of the season all over again. You know, new faces joining the ball club, still trying to learn about Jack Bennett, what's his tendencies out on the mound. And so far, he's been looking pretty good, solid.
He will make the catch. Squeezes it with one hand. And it only takes one pitch to retire Thomason. 2 outs now, as Bennett is now trying to get through the order without allowing a base runner. 1 out away from doing so, retired the first ADC.
Well, for the Copperheads, Austin Dunphy had to use all 5 pitchers that were active at the time against the Cincinnati Steam. So the longer in this ball game that Jack Bennett can go, the better for the Copperheads bullpen and the better looking the pitching rotation will be down the line in this week.
So now it's the lefty Griffin Kane. He takes the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Griffin Kane out of Northern Kentucky, batting .219 this year with a couple doubles, couple triples, a homer, 5 RBIs. As 1-0 pitch, catches the outside corner for a strike. 1-1 now to Griffin Kane. As Kane comes into the ball game with a 3-game hit streak. That's the first time these two teams faced. Griffin Kane went 0 for 5. He swings and grounds that one off his foot in the batter's box as it rolled towards Zion Avery at first, but obviously a dead ball since it hit him in the box. 1-2 will be the count now to Griffin Kane.
That would have been quite the out and quite the half inning for Bennett. But one more pitch away.
So 1-2's the count here now with 2 away in the bottom of the third. As these two teams tied for third so far in the GLSCL South Division, as only 3 teams can make the playoffs. So this is going to be a big series as the 1-2 was swung on and fouled out of play over the third base dugout. Count stays 1-2 to Griffin Kane. As Bennett trying to get through the order and set him down in a row, 9 up, 9 down. He's retired the first 8. Here comes a 1-2. That's swung on and fouled again. Down towards the parking lot. Watch out for your car.
Watch out for the dog. There's a dog on a leash. The lady's just walking the dog around there. Dog has no idea that a foul ball is coming by him.
But no car gets hit either.
No car got hit. They're lucky.
Count remains 1-2 to Kane. As Bennett, a long look in, the catcher Scott Combs now deals. 1-2 taken outside and low, blocked in the dirt by Combs. Runs the count to 2-2.
Would you be more worried about the car or the dog?
Depends. Is it my dog?
I mean, it's an animal.
1-2 pitch, swung on and lined out into left field, and that will fall down for a base hit. Gets up into the alley as Carter Cross picks it up, heading into second. Is Griffin Kane. He will be in there safely. Third double on the season. First hit and first base runner for the Joes in this one. As there's now a runner in scoring position with 2 away as the lineup turns over here in the bottom of the third.
Just a good piece of hitting from Griffin Kane down in the count. Hit a couple foul balls. Tried to get his timing on Jack Bennett. He does. Lines it over the shortstop Glasser. And then the hustle double to put a runner in scoring position.
So now it'll be Marshall Rich, the leadoff batter. As Rich on the season with runners in scoring position and 2 outs is batting at .333. In 6 at-bats, has 1 RBI. So trying to strand that base runner now is Bennett as he works from the stretch for the first time in this one. First ball swinging is Rich, and he pops it up out into right field. Sebastian Fabic has it lined up. He will make the catch. And despite the 2-out double, nothing comes of it. He gets stranded out at second base. And Jack Bennett is through 3, scoreless in his first outing with the team. As we head into the top of the 4th will be Connor Mills on the play-by-play through the middle innings when we return on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of Uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Time for the fourth inning here at Foundation Field in Hamilton, Ohio, where there's no score between the Southern Ohio Copperheads and the Hamilton Joes. Leading things off for the Copperheads here in the top of the fourth, Zion Avery. It'll be Avery followed by Trahey and Combs as the first pitch missed for a ball, or was in there for a called strike. Lovelace put up the arms as if it was safe. But nonetheless, it's first pitch strike. This one lined out into left center field, ranging back into the gap, but the left fielder Kane ranges in to make the catch, one away here in the top of the fourth inning.
It was a good swing there from Zion Avery. Lined that one out in the left center field, but hung up there just enough. I thought that one was destined for the gap, but got under it just enough for Kane to be able to range over and make the catch to retire him for the first out of the inning.
So now there's one out, and Reese Trahey at the plate. Trahey 0 for 1 today with a ground out to second base. As for Trahey, batting .269 as he takes the first pitch in for a called strike, 0-1. Trahey, just like the majority of the Copperheads, have become a fixture in this lineup. Not much turnover from day to day as the fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Well, there's not too many guys to rotate in there to get this guy a day off.
Exactly.
But also added a new infielder to the roster today, as well as Jack Bennett, who's starting on the mound. Of course, he's not playing in the lineup.
As a 1-1 pitch, misses outside, 2-1.
But, I mean, I'm sure you might have seen it, if you're listening at home, might have seen it on social media that Copperheads are looking for some players to get through this last stretch of games and, you know, make a push to try to win this thing again.
2-1, misses low and inside, 3 balls and a strike. But for the Copperheads, they were able to pick up a new number 18, Kyle Gammon from Shawnee State University, as the 3-1 pitch misses high and outside to Reese Trahey. It's a 1-out walk here in the top of the fourth inning. Copperheads get a base runner, and Scott Combs, who's 1 for 1, is at the plate.
Yeah, well, they've had base runners throughout these first couple innings and, you know, haven't been able to scratch across a run yet. 3 hits, a couple of walks. So there has been traffic on the base pass for McLean, but has been able to work at it every time.
No score here in the top of the fourth inning between the Copperheads and the Joes. Runner on first, Reese Trahey with the second walk allowed by William McLean. And Scott Combs at the plate. Combs picked up the first hit in today's ball game as the 0-0 is taken over the head of Combs. On the move is Reese Trahey. He steals second base with ease, almost trips the second baseman Orn.
I think the ball hit him in the back down there on the throw as well.
Did it? Couldn't tell where the ball caromed off of it. It was either the glove of Orn or the back of Trahey. We'll call it the back of Trahey. And it doesn't count as a hit by a pitch. But Copperheads just have been getting plunked all season long.
51 times, as a matter of fact, leads the league by a pretty decent margin.
Not a margin you want to be leading in.
Oh, you'll take the base runners any way you can get them.
You do. I was about to say it takes the on-base percentage, as now the ball goes all the way back to the backstop, moving from second to third is Reese Trahey. Now the Copperheads have a runner 90 feet away from scoring.
Well, that's big. All Combs has to do now is try to, you know, get under one and lift it into the outfield to get the game's first run. Is good base run from Trahey, swipes the bag, then heads up on the wild pitch, able to get all the way over to the third.
Well, unlike the previous Cincinnati Steam ballpark, Max McLeary Fields over here at Foundation Field has a little bit bigger of a backstop. As a 2-0 pitch is swung on, a high fly ball, shallow right field, ranging over to second baseman Orn, and it will be Orn who makes the catch. Tagging at third and heading for home is Reese Trahey. He goes as the ball bounces on one hop to the catcher Mathis, but not in time. The Southern Ohio Copperheads have gotten the first run of today's game, 1-0 in favor of Southern Ohio.
Well, you might be thinking on a ball that shallow in the outfield, you know, how does Trahey able to score? But, you know, it's a real tough play for Orn at second to make that catch running away and then have to turn around and launch and throw all the way home with his weight taking him the other way. So heads up there by Trahey, knowing that it would be a tough throw for Orn at the plate, and he tags up, gets the first run of the ball game, and Combs will appreciate that not counting as an at-bat for him and an RBI.
Well, that's a rare sacrifice fly to second base as a bunt attempt is bunted foul by Phil Glasser. Glasser gave one a ride out into left field his last time up, 0 for 1 today. It was caught by the left fielder, Kane. But you never see a sacrifice fly to the second baseman.
Very rare. Very rare that you see something like that.
0-1 pitch from McLean. Misses inside to Phil Glasser. 1-1. So 1-1 the count. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth inning. Copperheads 1, Joe's nothing. As the pitch from McLean, a hot shot right off the bat, but foul. Right a line down into right field and rolling all the way back into the corner. Again in foul territory, but it already did hit the fence. So even if it did decide to take a turn, it would still remain foul.
Yeah, that ball just ran inside on Glasser. Didn't really get to barrel it up, so it wasn't the hardest line drive. It just hooks foul. Now have to try to protect here. See him choking up on this 1-2 pitch.
McLean's 1-2 is swung on. It's a shallow pop fly into right center field. Ranging over to make the catch on the run is a right fielder, Thompson. That retires the side. So for the Southern Ohio Copperheads, 1 run on no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. It's the Copperheads 1, the Hamilton Joes nothing. We're heading to the home half of the fourth inning. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area of Commerce logo and be sure to support the business that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Jack Bennett out on the mound for the Copperheads, making his first start of the season for Southern Ohio. As it's the bottom of the fourth inning, Zach Orn, Preston Miller, and Ryan Thompson all due up for the Hamilton Joes. Orn today 0 for 1 with a strikeout, the first strikeout victim for Jack Bennett, and the first strikeout again for Bennett on the season. Copperheads scored their 1 run off of a sacrifice fly to second base, whereas that will read in a scorebook, but shallow right field, right near the line by Scott Combs, bringing in Reese Trahey, who reached the bases by a walk. As now the first pitch from Bennett hits the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. Jack Bennett went 1-2-3 in the first and the second, allowed a 2-out double to Griffin Kane in the third. That is the only base runner that Jack Bennett has allowed on the day. As the 0-1 pitch from Bennett, checked his swing. The check down to the field umpire, Scott Wyckoff, and Zach Orn went around. So it's 0-2 count now with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
Yeah, pretty clear up here. Looked like Orn went around, broke the zone there. Nice call by the first base umpire over there, getting it right. Now Bennett been working ahead in the count all night, and he's doing it again here up 0-2.
From the windup, the fastball misses outside for a ball, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know, not the best waste pitch there, 0-2. You kind of want to make him think about swinging. Pretty easy take there from Orn, but, you know, Bennett still has another pitch to play with here up in the count 1-2, so we'll see where he goes.
The 1-2 pitch, a hot shot off the bat, but it goes foul and right down the line in right field. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a change up there as it got Orn out in front of it. Still held back enough to be able to foul it off. So we'll see if he'll try to speed the bat back up with another fastball or go to something else off speed.
Holding at the windup. Bennett's ready and deals. The 1-2 pitch is taken low and inside, a breaking ball that Scott Combs had to block. Count is even at 2 apiece. A 2-2 count to the leadoff batter here in the top or bottom of the fourth inning. As Bennett's pitch misses high and outside. And now Orn has worked the count full against Jack Bennett.
Yeah, Orn not going to get cheated in the box. He's worked 11 walks this season. He's been at the top of the order for the Joes all season long, so used to going deep into counts.
3-2 pitch, swung on him, missed, strike 3. Count him 4 strikeouts for Jack Bennett today. He gets a first out here in the bottom of the fourth. And now Preston Miller, the 3-batter in the lineup for the Hamilton Joes, comes to the plate.
Well, you can't really throw a full count fastball much better than that on the outside corner. Low and away, tough for Orn to reach out there and get to that pitch, but you got to protect with 2 strikes, and he strikes him out for the second time as Bennett showing some strikeout stuff. Already 4 Ks through his first 4 innings.
First pitch grounded on to third base. Cruz, the throw across the diamond, is picked by Zion Avery. A good pick by Avery, saves Daniel Cruz from an error. And now they're 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth inning.
You know, we see Zion working on picking the ball a lot during warm-ups, and, you know, just showing it right there as a throw hopping in from Cruz. Nice job there from Avery to help his pitcher and third baseman out, get the first 2 guys out, try to get back in the dugout and extend on this lead.
Well, first 2 guys are out, just like the first, second, and third innings. It was a 2-out double by Griffin Kane that broke the streak for Jack Bennett. And now the cleanup batter, Ryan Thompson, stands in. Thompson 0 for 1 with a ground out to first, unassisted by Zion Avery. As the wind-up pitch is swung on, fly ball left field, ranging over towards the line, is caught across, and he makes one-hand grab, and the side is retired. After the Copperheads get 1 run in the top of the fourth inning, the Hamilton Joes are unable to respond. The Copperheads take the 1-run lead into the top of the fifth. When we return, right here on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Jack Bennett has been successful through 4 as we're here in the top of the fifth. Bennett, the new pitcher from John Carroll University, is in the transfer portal. Not sure where he'll end up in the fall, but currently, John Carroll University product, Jack Bennett, threw 4 scoreless in his first start for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. Copperheads won, the Hamilton Joes nothing as the first pitch missed blown away to Carter Cross for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, nobody out here on the top of the fifth inning. For Carter Cross, had a single his last time up as the 1-0 pitch misses low. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, that's a big one for Cross to get. He's been scuffling as the averages dip below the Mendoza line over these past few ball games. So gets the base knock there. Hopefully can spark a kind of turnaround for him this season.
2-0 pitch is called on the outside corner for a called strike, 2-1. Well, for the Copperheads, as we're getting towards the tail end of the season, every game matters as a 2-1 misses just a bit outside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Copperheads 3 games against the Joes, including today's game, then home against the Scouts. As the 3-1 pitch is taken outside, ball 4. It was outside and low. Carter Cross 1 for 1 today, now with a walk. The 3rd walk allowed by William McLean. And now Daniel Cruz, who had a single his last time up, stands in.
Yeah, a couple of really good takes there from Cross. Those pitches looked pretty close out there on the outside part of the plate, but called outside by the home plate umpire Lovelace. And he works the leadoff walk as Copperheads trying to bring him around and extend this 1-0 lead, give Bennett some breathing room.
Copperheads can control their destiny into the postseason. Hamilton Joe's currently tied with them for third. Copperheads 16-13, Joe's 15-12.
Yeah, and I think a real confidence booster being able to take 2 of 3 from the division leaders while you're undermanned like the Copperheads were. Just an offensive barrage those last 2 games.
Another check over to Carter Cross on first. He goes back head first sliding. But for the Copperheads, Joe's are ahead of them. We're tied with them. And then the only team left that's in front of the Southern Ohio Copperheads is the Licking County Settlers, a 3-game series starting on the 18th right after All-Star break. As another check over to first, Carter Cross giving William McLean some agita on the mound.
Yeah, and the Settlers lost to the Jazz 12-1 today, so the Copperheads are able to pull out a victory. They can overtake them in the standings as the Settlers been struggling here these past few ball games, just 500 in their past 10. Before that, they were as low as 3-7 against the North Division. So,
as now the first pitch is delivered to Daniel Cruz. He takes it in for a called strike, trying to put a bunt down, but pulled it back. Copperheads a game and a half out on the Cincinnati Steam. Took 2 out of 3 from the Steam in the past series in Cincinnati. Finished up the week going 4-2. Been a litany of success for the Copperheads. And now the fastball is way high. Daniel Cruz easily decides to pull the bat back as he tried to lay down another bunt. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Hey, this is a big game. It's the last road game for a while. They currently sit at 8-8. The Copperheads do on the road. So you pull this one out, you're above 500 on the road. You know what they say. You kind of, if you can hover around 500 on the road and win most of your home games, you should be in good shape in the standings. So.
Copperheads are not out of it as a 1-1. This one is a bunt down up the first baseline. The pitcher McLean has it. The throw to first is in time for the out. It's a sacrifice bunt for Daniel Cruz. It moves over Carter Cross to second base. And now there's a 1-out runner in scoring position for the Southern Ohio Copperheads.
Yeah, it's a little small ball there being played there as Cruz with a nice bunt up the first baseline. No chance at 2. As he almost beat it out over there at first, just out by a step.
Almost looked like he did beat it. But Lucas Nasanti now, he's struck out in his previous 2 at-bats, 1 swinging, 1 looking. As McLean checks to second, now deals to the plate. It's a first pitch swing and a ground ball over towards third, but goes left the line and into the hands of the manager for the Copperheads, Austin Dunphy. 0-1. Scott Combs got the Copperheads on the board in the top of the 4th inning with a sacrifice fly to second that scored Reese Trahey. Copperheads 1, Hamilton Joe's yet to score. 0-1 the count to Lucas Nasanti as the pitch in from McLean is taken on the outside corner, and now Nasanti's in danger of striking out for his 3rd time today. The count is in favor of William McLean. No balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Nasanti just has to settle down here, choke and poke here with 2 strikes. He's got a very good handle on the bat. Doesn't strike out very much. Of course, he has so far twice today, but just got to try to stay alive.
McLean pitching from the stretch. Checks back to second. Now deals to Nasanti. It's a half-hearted swing. Ground ball into the hole over at short. The throw will not be in time. It's an infield single going to third. On the throw over to first was Carter Cross. The throw back to third base was not in time. There are runners at the corners with 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th inning for the Copperheads.
Well, you knew that'd be a tough play off the bat because Nasanti very good speed out of the batter's box. Slow roller in the hole at short. So you know he might beat it out. He was able to, and Cross very heads up on the throw over to take third.
Now Lucas Nasanti breaks up his offer that he had against the Cincinnati Steam on July 7th. Went 0 for 5 after going 5 for 6. Picks up his first hit since the 6th here on July 9th. As a first pitch to the left-handed batter, Zach Iverson is taken high and inside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out. Runners out the corners for the Copperheads here on the top of the 5th inning, with the Copperheads leading the Hamilton Joes 1-0. Copperheads have not had a win against the Hamilton Joes at all this season. As now a swing and another fly ball out into left field. Holding on to tag is Carter Cross, and he is on the move. The throw right on the mark, and it will be safe. Carter Cross gets under the tag. Copperheads get a run here in the top of the 5th inning. Back-to-back innings, they score a run. Home plate umpire Clovis Lovelace calls Carter Cross safe, and now the manager for the Hamilton Joes will emerge from his side of the dugouts and have a conversation. It might be in the back of people's minds when Scott Combs was called out on a single from Daniel Cruz that it could have been a makeup call.
Well, it looked like to me that Cross did get the hand in underneath the tag of that one, as it was a great throw out there from Kane right on the money, but Cross did a nice job sliding outside from the catcher and getting that hand in there underneath the tag to get the second run of the ball game in. As I was just about to say before he hit that ball, this is the part of the lineup you want up for the Copperheads with runners on first and third, less than 2 outs, as Iverson and Fabic have the 2 highest batting averages on the team. So Iverson does the job there with the fly ball to give you the 2-0 lead.
Copperheads 2, Hamilton Joes nothing. Bouncing ball right back up the middle, but backhanded by the second baseman, unable to be handled by the shortstop Thomason at second. It'll be an error charged to the second baseman, Zach Orn. Sebastian Fabic safe on first, and safe at second is Lucas Nasanti. Hamilton Joes are not out of the top of the 5th yet. 2 outs, top 5, runners on first and second.
Well, they actually charged that error to the shortstop Thompson, as it looked like the throw wasn't that bad. It looked like it was right in his glove. He just mishandled it. As they give the error to Thompson, that's short. But also Orn, I think he had a little bit more time than he gave himself. He tried to throw that ball on the run and rushed it.
Zion Avery now at the plate as Avery takes a first pitch a little bit low for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs, runners on first and second, with the Copperheads having a 2-0 lead over the Hamilton Joes. Avery 0 for 2, a pop fly to the third baseman in foul territory. Called out by Miller, the third baseman, and then a fly ball out into left center field. And his last at bat in the top of the 4th. He bats again here in the top of the 5th as the fastball misses outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Well, Avery hit a ball pretty hard his last time up the alley in left field. It got run down, but it was a good swing. As we see, when Zion connects with the ball in the barrel, it can go a long way. So he's got a 2-0 pitch here. It'll most likely going to get a fastball. Expect Zion to take a big swing at this pitch.
McLean's 2-0. It's a fastball, a high ground ball that bounces favorably for the shortstop Thomason. He fields it cleanly, throws it over to first in time, and the side is retired, but not before the Southern Ohio Copperheads are able to get a sacrifice fly from Zach Iverson to extend the Copperheads lead. It's now Cheds 2, Joes nothing as we head into the bottom of the 5th inning. You're listening to the Copperheads on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunity.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Bottom of the 5th inning in Hamilton, Ohio, Foundation Field, where the Copperheads have a 2-0 lead over the Hamilton Joes. Avery Janning, Brennan Gick, and Brock Mathis due up for the Joes as a first pitch from Jack Bennett hits the inside corner for a called strike, 0-1. On the day for Avery Janning, 0 for 1 with a ground ball to second base as the second pitch misses just a bit outside. Evens up the count of 1 apiece. Working quickly is Bennett. Off-speed pitch misses for a ball.
Nice, went to the changeup there, 2-1. Got Janning out in front of it. Deems at the count of 2 now. Got options here. You can go back to the fastball, throw another one of those changeups, see where he opts to go.
Well, just takes a couple steps off the mound, now toes the rubber again, favoring the first base side of the rubber from the windup. The pitch from Bennett is swung on and fouled off by the batter Avery Janning. And now the count remains at 2-2. But if Jack Bennett can come into the GLSCL and pitch well for the Copperheads, good things could be ahead as a swing and a miss. Strike 3. 5th strikeout on the day for Jack Bennett. First out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, just Bennett kind of fitting right into the fold as the Copperheads starters. Of course, a lot of them gone now. Warsing, Mandela, Hansen, all them left the team, but they came in, they threw strikes, they got a lot of guys out. You got to remember the Copperheads for a while there were top of the league in ERA. Of course, it's gone up a little bit because, you know, they've had to throw some guys out there who aren't really pitchers, but he's come in and done a good job so far.
They had Carter Cross go out and pitch to close it out against the Cincinnati Steam, and he hadn't pitched since high school.
He looked good. Looked real good as well.
He did. Brennan Gick at the plate, took the first ball high and outside, the second ball low and inside, bounces in the turf. 2-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Copperheads 2, Hamilton Joes nothing. But Jack Bennett has come on and has done a job. He's through 4 1/3 scoreless as the fastball misses just a bit low and outside. 3 straight balls from Jack Bennett, and now he's in danger of walking his first batter in Brennan Gick. The pitch into Gick, hit on the outside corner, 3-1.
Yeah, unprecedented or you know, kind of new territory for Bennett so far in this outing. Hasn't really fallen behind in the count 3-0 much. So see if he can battle all the way back.
A 3-1 pitch is taken outside, ball 4. It's the first walk allowed by Jack Bennett. And now Brennan Gick is on first, and Brock Mathis at the plate.
Yeah, just a tough pitch there. Nice location on the outside corner, but don't really have too much room to nibble around the plate when you have 3 balls on the batter, as that one's taken just off the black outside. First walk, and actually the first base runner that Joes have had without 2 outs in the ballgame.
It's been 1-2 in the first, second, third, and fourth. Just 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th as the first pitch. Fastball misses high and around the head to Brock Mathis. 1-0. Brock Mathis struck out to lead things off in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As the 1-0 pitch is taken inside. 2-0.
Yeah, Bennett's got to settle down here, kind of losing the zone to these last 2 guys. Just has to focus, go back to what's been successful for him so far, get back to shoving it.
2-0 the count, runner on first with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Copperheads 2, Hamilton Joes nothing as a check over to Brennan Gick on first. He goes back sliding. Safe at first, and now Bennett will focus on Brock Mathis, the catcher, the right-handed batter for the Hamilton Joes. As a 2-0 pitch, it comes inside and hits him. First hit batter for Jack Bennett. And now there are runners on first and second base with only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Yeah, that pitch kind of got away from him. We want to see how the kid responds now. First adversity, he's really facing this start. First time there's been multiple base runners on. He's only got 1 out, but very easily can roll a double play here or get a strikeout. Still got at least a run to work with, up 2-0. So see how the kid responds in this situation.
Well, Bennett has only allowed 1 hit in today's ball game, and that's to the man standing on deck in Griffin Kane. Kane had a 2-out double in the bottom of the 3rd, as it's Logan Thomason at the plate currently. Thomason flowed out to right field in his last at-bat, 0 for 1, as Bennett's first pitch misses high and away for a ball. 1-0 with 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Bennett having to work from the stretch. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and a ground ball over and bounces off of the dugout for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That was big for him there to get back in the zone. He's just kind of lost it here, these last batters. Now even up that 1. Trying to get back to working ahead, which is what you want to do as a pitcher, obviously. It's what he's been doing very well so far.
The 1-1 from Bennett, a nice off-speed pitch for a called strike 1 and 2.
Yep, started it in on the hands. It breaks towards the middle of the plate. As the batter, you think it's going to run inside to, and all of a sudden it takes that sharp turn into the zone, and it freezes you.
So Jack Bennett ahead in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, with runners on first and second base. Bennett checks back to second, checks back again, now to the plate. The 1-2 almost hits him. It's an inside ball, and now the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it looked like the changeup there just stayed inside a little bit. Almost got him, as you mentioned.
So count is even at 2. The pitch from Bennett is swung on and popped up. Foul territory, ranging behind us at the press box and over near the Little League field to our right. As kids are promised a special treat if they retrieve the foul ball. Special fellow in the green t-shirt has a good jump start on that. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 runners on. Bennett again will look back. Brennan Gick at second. Now go to the plate. A high fly ball out into right field, but right where Sebastian Fabic is standing, he makes the catch with 1 hand. The throw over towards third is going to be cut off. Phil Glasser cuts it off and tags out the runner trying to take second base. It's a double play as Brock Mathis, trying to advance to second, was unable to do so and tagged out by the shortstop Phil Glasser, who flipped it over to Trahey, who tagged out Brock Mathis. We're still scoreless as we head to the Joes are still scoreless as we head to the top of the 6th inning. It's the Copperheads 2, the Joes nothing. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
The Cat's Eye Saloon at 12 North Court Street features a great selection of craft beers on tap and in the bottle 365 days a year. The Cat's Eye Saloon is a proud supporter of the Southern Ohio Copperheads and all Ohio University athletics. The Cat's Eye Saloon, your home away from home, open 7 days a week.
The Copperheads would like to thank Wendy's for their support of the team and players. If you're hungry, stop into Wendy's located off Richland Avenue and East State Street. Check the back of your ticket stub for a free small Frosty with any purchase.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Top of the 6th inning here in Hamilton, Ohio. The Copperheads have a 2-0 lead over the Hamilton Joes as they will go for a pitching change. Coming in to replace William McLean is Wyatt Jefferson. Jefferson, 6 foot, 215 pounds, from Cincinnati Christian, hometown of Lebanon, Ohio, where he will be a senior this upcoming fall. A 4.2 ERA in 3 relief appearances now. 3 1/3 innings pitched, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and has given up 2 hits. His last outing came on July 5th against the Richmond Jazz, where he gave up 2 runs. All were earned in 2 1/3 of an innings pitched. It will be Reese Trahey, Scott Combs, and Phil Glasser all due up against Wyatt Jefferson. And for Jefferson, replacing McLean, who went 5 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, gave up 3 walks, and struck out 3 batters as well. As the first pitch from Wyatt Jefferson misses low and away for a ball, 1-0. Jefferson's 1-0 pitch misses inside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, pretty shocked to see McLean's ERA as high as it was, as he looked pretty solid out there on the mound for the Joes. He's really spotting well. Of course, gave up a couple runs, right now in line for the loss, but for the most part, not a lot of hard contact. So it took a couple walks for the Copperheads to get some runs in.
Well, now it's 3 straight balls to Reese Trahey. Three balls, no strikes, nobody out here in the top of the 6th inning as the fastball hits the inside corner, 3-1. But for the Copperheads against the Hamilton Joes first time around, didn't score a whole lot of runs. 2-1 loss against the Joes on the 14th of June. 5-4 loss as they swing a line drive right back up the middle and into right center field for a base hit. Reese Trahey picks up his first hit of the day. He's 1 for 2 now with a walk and a run scored.
Well, yeah, just got a fat pitch on a 3-1 count. He was all over it, laced it right back into center field as Trahey been on base a couple times, and this one came around to score, stole a base last time, so we'll see if he'll be in motion. Of course, a little tougher when there's a lefty out there on the mound. So got to get a read on the pickoff move. A nice AB there from Trahey, trying to add on to this lead, give Bennett, who's been pitching phenomenal so far, a little bit more of a cushion to work with.
Don't know how Austin Dunphy does it, but he finds pitchers, he makes them work, and has got himself a pretty successful starting rotation, no matter who he puts in.
Well, he was a pretty good pitcher back in his own day now. Of course, when he played for the Copperheads back in 2012, he had that .5 ERA.
0.48?
0.48 over the summer.
Just to be exact. Yeah, nitpicking. But, I mean, it's even more impressive as soon as you get down to those low numbers.
Also holds several pitching records. That is alma mater Shawnee State for career wins, career strikeouts.
1-1 the count to the batter, Scott Combs. Combs today 1 for 1 with a sacrifice fly to second base as he fouls it off towards the right side. Stays in play. As jogging down will be Nick Kaiser to go get the foul ball. Well, 1-2 the count with nobody out. Runner on first base here in the top of the 6th inning. Copperheads 2, Hamilton Joes nothing. On the mound, Wyatt Jefferson, who came in to replace William McLean, as a 1-2 pitch from Jefferson is taken high and inside for a ball. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yep, nice job there from Combs. A lot of times guys like to chase that high heater when they're down in the count, have 2 strikes on them, but Combs staying disciplined, evening up the count at 2.
So 2-2 the count. Copperheads 7-3 over the last 10 as a 2-2 line drive right back up the middle, falling fast and in for a base hit out into shallow center field. Center fielder Gick has it. He throws it to the shortstop Thomason. It's back-to-back singles off of Wyatt Jefferson for the Southern Ohio Copperheads here in the top of the 6th inning, and nobody out as the Copperheads will send Phil Glasser to the plate.
Well, Combs' hitting this summer has been pretty impressive considering he struggled back in the spring at Michigan State, and he's also not getting to play every day. He's usually, catching every other day, platooning with Tanner Johnson right now. Used to be Chris Gambert, but still keeping that average up in the 280s, which is very impressive for a catcher. Gets another base hit there, and a nice read from Trahey to get to second base, knowing that ball is going to fall with the outfield playing so deep.
For Scott Combs now exactly, as the scores and the averages update right on time, 295. So very deserving of his all-star selection, and almost as impressive as Chris Gambert and Scott Combs. Both the catchers early on for the Copperheads were recognized and awarded as Phil Glasser tried to lay down a bunt, pulls it back for a ball, 1 ball, no strikes.
We've already seen the Copperheads do some small ball earlier. Cruz laid down a sac bunt to move Carter Cross up. He eventually came around to score, and Glasser, very good bunter. We've seen him pick up a few bunts for singles throughout the season. So just trying to move these runners up, trying to add on to this 2-run lead.
Runners on first and second base here on the top of the 6th with nobody out. Copperheads hanging on to a 2-0 lead over the Hamilton Joes. The pitch into Phil Glasser, swung on and fouled straight back and over near the basketball courts behind us at the press box here at Foundation Fields. Broadcasting back up top. Been at a couple different locations here at Foundation Fields. Once up here on the press box and another right down the line. And first, kind of prefer this spot a little bit over the first base side.
It's hot up here.
It is very hot up there.
I mean, I'm working on my tan a little bit, so that. I guess that's good. But it's actually one of the nicer views you get.
1-1 bunted foul by Phil Glasser. 1-2 now the count with nobody out.
You get to see everything from up here. Nice little spot. Temperature aside.
It is cooler down on ground level. I guess the black mats covering the top of the roof, along with the fenced-in spot. I think that's the thing I like the most. It's fenced in. We're not going to fall off the roof. 1-2 the count to Phil Glasser. Glasser 0 for 2. Couple fly balls. One to left, one to right. As 1-2 pitch misses high and inside. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, well, Glasser all season long, he doesn't chase a lot of balls. You got to bring him in strikes. So he's not going to get cheated up there at the plate. He's just working this count again, now at 2-2. Handles the bat very well, doesn't strike out very much, so.
The 2-2 pitch from Jefferson, another foul ball. This one going into the parking lot, and unsure if that one would have hit a automotive.
I feel like everybody holds their breath every time a foul ball goes over that way.
Well, think
if
the
you
netting,
parked over there.
Right, you think the netting might extend over a little bit more, but.
Especially parking that first row right there. I mean, that's not too far away from the field.
Park at your own risk.
I guess it's free.
The 2-2 from Jefferson misses inside, and Phil Glasser has worked himself another full count. It almost seems like every game, at least once a game, Glasser will work a 3-2 count. Standing on second base is Reese Trahey. He had a single, and Scott Combs on first. Back-to-back singles with nobody out here on the top of the 6th inning. As a 3-2 pitch to Glasser is swung on and fouled straight back to the netting. Count remains at 3-2.
Up a good swing, just got a little bit under it. Gonna have to try to turn that one around next time.
Phil Glasser again 0 for 2, trying to pick up a hit and an RBI in today's game. As an opportunity, we have Reese Trahey on second base. As a payoff pitch from Jefferson, taken inside, ball 4. The bases are loaded here in the top of the 6th inning. On third is Reese Trahey, second Scott Combs, and on first base with the walk is Phil Glasser.
Yeah, see if Cross is able to, take advantage of this opportunity, continue to add on to the lead. As got a quick mound visit right here, just trying to settle down Richardson a little bit. As he's struggled since entering the ball game, back-to-back singles and a walk. He's got a lot of work to do to try to get out of this inning without giving up a run.
Well, a double play is a pitcher's best friend in this situation. Bases loaded, nobody out, top of the 6th. Copperheads trying to pile on against the Hamilton Joes and break this game and give the new pitcher, Bennett, a little bit more room to work with. He's been scoreless through 5. Not sure what his limit is or what he can reach. But for Jack Bennett, has enjoyed a solid start for the Copperheads. Would be in line for the win as he's gone 5 strong. Carter Cross at the plate, 1 for 1 with a walk. Came around to score on the walk, was responsible for the 2 RBIs. On the mound, Wyatt Jefferson. The first pitch to Carter Cross is taken for a ball, 1-0. But for Cross again, a single in the 2nd, a walk in the 5th. He bats here again in the 5th and the 6th. As Wyatt Jefferson from the stretch, he deals a fastball outside. And now not exactly what the pitching coach for the Hamilton Joes wanted after the mound meeting. 2 straight balls with nobody out here in the top of the 6th.
Well, if you're swinging on this pitcher, Carter Cross, it better be one pitch you're looking for. Take a big rip at it, try to add some RBIs, otherwise just take it.
The 2-0, he took it for a ball low in the turf. 3 straight balls from Wyatt Jefferson, and now he's in danger of walking back-to-back batters for the Copperheads. And another walk would bring home a run. And standing on third base is Reese Trahey. The 3-0 pitch from Jefferson is taken outside, ball 4. The check down to the field umpire, Scott Wyckoff, said Carter Cross did not go. It's back-to-back walks for Carter Cross, back-to-back walks here in today's top of the 6th. As now the second mound visit. This one will be by the head coach for the Hamilton Joes, and we will see a new man out on the mound for the Hamilton Joes. When we return, it's the Southern Ohio Copperheads 3. The Hamilton Joes nothing, as we'll be right back after the pitching change on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your Ohio outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yuengling are proud supporters of Copperheads baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato's your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-592-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
The Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home in a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Ball Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.ballgreenmortine.com.
You will be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with the free complimentary breakfast, high-definition television in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi. In addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens, live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads.
Hey, I'm Scott Combs, catcher for the Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperhead Media Network.
Copperheads saw Wyatt Jefferson for 4 batters and then said see you later as Yoon Chow is now on the mound for the Hamilton Joes as Wyatt Jefferson walked in 1 run with the bases loaded. Jefferson's stat line, no outs, so no innings pitched. Allowed 2 hits, 1 run, it was earned, 2 walks, and did not strike anyone out. As Yoon Chow will try to come into today's ball game in the top of the 6th and clean up a mess. Bases are loaded for the Southern Ohio Copperheads. They are 1 swing away from breaking this thing open. For Yoon Chow with a 5.5 ERA, 1 win, no losses. His 11th appearance of relief, 14 innings pitched, even at 8 with strikeouts and walks, and has allowed 21 hits. But at the plate is Daniel Cruz. As Cruz today, 1 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt as he swings at the first pitch. It's a shallow looper out into left field, but ranging back is the third baseman Miller. He makes a catch by the left field line, and that's the first out recorded here in the top of the 6th inning. Copperheads still have the bases loaded.
Well, this is the toughest situation you can inherit as a relief pitcher. You got bases loaded, nobody out, but that's a great start there for Chow. First pitch gets him to pop it up to third base, getting 1 out, try to get out of this mess and keep yourself in the ball game is Chow right now. The Copperheads threatening to blow this thing open, as you just mentioned.
Yoon Chow has pitched against the Copperheads twice so far this season, on the 15th and the 16th of June, as the breaking ball is in for a called strike to Lucas Nasanti. Nasanti 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts on the day. 0-1 count, 1 out, bases loaded for the Copperheads here in the top of the 6th inning. Copperheads 3, the Hamilton Joes nothing. All the base runners on the base paths are the responsibility of Wyatt Jefferson, who came out of today's game after recording no outs. Yoon Chow now ahead on the count to Lucas Nasanti. No balls and 2 strikes. Nasanti threatening to strike out for the 3rd time today. Twice against William McLean, the starter for the Hamilton Joes. And now once here against Yoon Chow, barring a strike. Oh, 2 count to Lucas Nasanti. A long look in by Yoon Chow from the stretch. Stares into his catcher Mathis, and the sidearm pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Nasanti chased it well out of the strike zone. That's a 3rd strikeout on the day for Lucas Nasanti. And now Zach Iverson will come in with 2 outs and try to extend the Copperheads' lead, only able to tack on 1 with nobody out in the top of the 6th. Next 2 were recorded out by Yoon Chow, and now Zach Iverson batting.
Yeah, it's tough coming again. Chow a side armor, so it's a tough angle for a righty when it's a righty side armor. Tough to see that ball coming out of the hand.
First pitch misses low and away to Zach Iverson. Iverson 0 for 2. All outs coming to left field. Last one was a sacrifice fly to extend the lead for the Copperheads 2-0. It's currently 3-0. 1 run came in on the walk by Wyatt Jefferson. Walked in Reese Trahey as the 1-0 pitch is swung on and flied out towards left side and out of play and over the first row of cars that we've mentioned previously. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hamilton Joes and the Copperheads are tied at 3rd in the Southern Division of the GLSCL. A win here would put the Copperheads ahead by 1. As Yoon Chow pitches into Zach Iverson, hits the outside corner, and now Yoon Chow is almost out of it. Copperheads loaded the bases with nobody out, but then Yoon Chow came onto the mound and is 1 strike away to putting this top of the 6th to rest. A long Craig Kimbrell-esque look in to the catcher Mathis, just kind of dangles the arm. As the Yoon Chow 1-2 taken high and inside, sits down Zach Iverson as Iverson slowly gets right back up. It was a fastball that got away from Yoon Chow. Not a place to miss.
Yeah, that'll wake you up in the box as Iverson, as you mentioned, going to the ground as that went up at the eyes and inside. They had to duck out of the way. I'm sure he's alert in the box now. He's got a couple pitches to work with, 2-2. Got to try to put this ball in play and don't let this opportunity get squandered.
Chow's 2-2 pitch, another fly ball out towards the left side and out of play. Again, it goes over the first row of cars.
He almost got a moving target on that one. There was a car pulling out of there.
See, I'd rather the moving target.
Would have got him a bonus point.
Would you give him the bonus point? It's like brownie points.
I guess. Yeah, you can go tell him he hit a moving car later on.
2-2 the count. Chow's pitch taken low and outside. 3-2 now. A base hit or a walk will do the job for Zach Iverson. Iverson trying to get his 2nd RBI in the day and potentially more. Bases loaded, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Copperheads 3, Hamilton Joes nothing.
Could be a big momentum swing either way on this pitch, as if you get out of this situation, only allowing a run is good for the Joes. If Iverson picks up a big hit, you can blow this one open. So
the 3-2 swung on, bouncing ball over towards 3rd. Backing up is a first baseman Janning. He makes the tag at first. In time, Yoon Chow comes into today's game and sits down the first 3 batters he sees with the bases loaded. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Copperheads 3, the Hamilton Joes nothing. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at jackios.com. Instagram or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's Uptown or the tap room in Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's, the official pregame and postgame sponsor of your Copperheads.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Zach Iverson grounded out to first base to end the top of the sixth with the bases loaded. Copperheads, however, were able to tack on one on a walk by Wyatt Jefferson. The walk by Carter Cross to get in the run, which was Reese Trahey. By the Copperheads, a big inning was averted by the Hamilton Joes. It'll be Griffin Kane, then the top of the lineup for the Joes here in the bottom of the sixth. Copperheads 3, Joes nothing. First pitch is bunted into the glove of Scott Combs, foul tipped. And quickly, Jack Bennett is ahead of the count, 0-1.
Well, it was a long break there. It was a long inning in the top half of the sixth, so we'll see how Bennett responds to sitting in the dugout for a long time.
Line drive right into right center field and over the leaping glove of the second baseman Trahey. Rounding first and heading for second. The throw will be close and it will bounce away from the shortstop Phil Glasser. Glasser tried to pull a tag between his legs. Just couldn't get the ball first. It's a hustle double for Griffin Kane, the second hustle double of his day.
Yeah, it was pretty identical to the last one, except in the right center field instead of left this time. He's been the only guy that's kind of hit the ball hard against Bennett so far. Kane's got him figured out. He's got a couple doubles. And after being able to get out of that bases-loaded jam, Joes have a lot of momentum right now, trying to string some hits together, crack the scoreboard off Bennett.
It's a leadoff double for the Hamilton Joes and Griffin Kane, as the top of the order will come to the plate against Jack Bennett. Bennett going through the order now for the third time, as the first pitch to Marshall Rich is taken for a called strike, 0-1. Rich today 0 for 2, a ground out to short and a fly out to right field. As Jack Bennett will work from the stretch, something he hasn't really had to do all too much in today's ball game. Check back to second. And now Bennett will twirl around, step off the mound. Bring back Griffin Kane to the second base bag. Count remains 0-1. Jack Bennett will have time called on him at the plate by the batter, Marshall Rich. Kind of taking his time now, a different change of pace for Bennett, as now the 0-1 pitch, a ground ball just left of the line and rolling all the way down to the bullpen of the Hamilton Jones out in left field. 0-2.
That's probably fortunate there, as Marshall Rich very quick out of the batter's box, as we saw the first time these teams played, and the Crews would have got that ball fair. Would have been very tough to throw him out at first base, so luckily that ball goes just foul.
0-2 count with nobody out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Griffin Kane with a leadoff double. He's on second for the Hamilton Joes as they look to punch through for the first time against Jack Bennett. John Carroll University in North Canton, Ohio, as a fastball misses high and inside. The throw down was right on the mark, but not in time. What a throw by Scott Combs, but even a quicker reaction by Griffin Kane. That looked to be the closest play that we've seen a catcher try to get at second base.
Yeah, Combs is a cannon back there behind the plate, just trying to catch Kane asleep over there at second base. Strong throw back, just gets back in time.
The 1-2 swung on and foul tipped straight down at the plate. Scott Combs unable to hold on to it. Count remains a 1-2.
Yeah, it was a nasty off-speed pitch there from Bennett, just being able to get a piece as Marshall Rich off the end of the bat. able to stay alive as Combs thought he might have squeezed it for a second there, but it gets just underneath the glove.
1 ball, 2 strikes with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Copperheads trying to hold on to their 3-0 lead over the Hamilton Joes as Jack Bennett makes his first start for the Copperheads on the season. The 1-2 pitch misses high for ball 2. Jack Bennett has been tremendous through 5 as he will try to get through 6. A long look into Scott Combs. Now comes set, check back to second. The 2-2 pitch from Bennett is taken just a bit low. And now the count is run full to the batter, Marshall Rich. Three-two count. Bennett trying to get the strike as the 3-2 is taken high and inside. He gets the ball instead. And now the first 2 have reached the base paths against Jack Bennett here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Austin Dunphy just leaning up against the railing, will not take a walk out. No real need as Bennett has been good until this point.
Yeah, only 2 hits allowed, both coming from the same guy. And I mean, that walk's not the end of the world. You had first base open with nobody out. Now you at least set up a double play opportunity here. But a tough part to go through. You got 2, 3, and 4 coming up with 2 runners on and nobody out. Bennett's got the bear down a little bit here. Try to get a ground ball. I mean, he's been able to strike out Orn twice already in the game, so see if he can get him again one more time.
Bennett does need it out as nobody is out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Copperheads 3, Hamilton Joes nothing. A bunt that's pulled back by Zach Orn, taken for a ball, 1-0. For Zach Orn, struck out in the 1st and the 4th. 5 strikeouts on the day by Bennett, 2 walks. Nobody in the bullpen for the Copperheads. Likewise, no bullpen action for the Hamilton Joes as the 1-0 pitch is taken in for a called strike. It was thought about to be a bunt attempt by Zach Orn. Couldn't make up his mind, just rose his top hand up to the barrel. Didn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, pitch was pretty tough to bunt. It was up high in the strike zone as Orn, of course, doesn't want to pop it up here in this situation, maybe risk a double play. So he pulled it back, took the strike. See, with still only 1 strike if he still opts to bunt here.
Time called at the plate by Orn. It's been a different pace of play for Jack Bennett here in the bottom of the 6th. A couple long look-ins from Bennett. Normally just takes the sign and gets the gears grinding. But has slowed down the motion. There's a 1-1. The bunt is bunted foul. This time Orn does pull the trigger, but can't get it in fair territory, and now he will most likely not bunt with 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's big right there. Bennett getting up in the count 1 and 2 is now. It's going to take a base hit for Orn to be able to move these runners up or a ground out or something. Won't just be an easy sacrifice bunt. See where he goes here on this 1-2 pitch. It's been all fastballs so far.
Runners on first and second base here in the bottom of the 6th. Griffin Kane with a leadoff double. He's on second. Marshall Rich at first as the 1-2 pitch misses high and away from Jack Bennett. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. But Zach Orn has struck out in both at-bats to Jack Bennett. Bennett would take that. Check back to second. Now looks to the plate as the 2-2 pitch is taken on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. 3rd strikeout of the day of Zach Orn, and now the first out has been recorded in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, tough spot, a fastball. Better than that in that situation. Puts it right on the low and outside corner. Freezes Orn at the plate. He thought it was off the black, but home umpire Loveless didn't see it that way. Big first out, as now a double play could potentially get you out of this inning. You still got some work to do, though, with the middle of the order coming up.
So far, Jack Bennett has not allowed a hit through the middle of the order or anywhere near the top of the order. He's only allowed 2 hits. Both are to the man at second in Griffin Kane as the off-speed is in for a called strike, 0-1. Preston Miller flew out to center field and grounded out to third in his 2 trips to the plate. Copperhead scoring 1 and each of the 4th, 5th, and 6th innings to take a 3-0 lead over the Hamilton Joes. As Bennett's pitch swung on, a line drive out into right field, ranging back and slicing foul ball. Almost a double down the line that would have easily scored both Griffin Kane and Marshall Rich. Rich was right behind Kane, rounding second base. Sebastian Fabic could not get there in time, but the ball drops in foul territory, and it's just a concerning foul ball.
Yeah, now you're way ahead 0-2. You can go wherever you want here on Preston Miller with this pitch.
So 0-2, 1 out, runners on first and second. Bottom of the 6th, Copperheads up by 3. Jack Bennett looks back, now deals to the plate. A ball bounces in the turf. Good block by Scott Combs to keep the runners at bay. And now the count is even. Our count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes.
It's a solid breaking ball there on the 0-2. Starts at the bottom of the zone. It dropped down. Just a good take there from Miller. But big block there from Combs on the plate. He's been solid back there all season for the Copperheads. Not too many balls get by him.
1-2 the count. Bennett's pitch is taken low, and this one bounces all the way back to the backstop. And now the runners will advance to second and third. Scott Combs tried to block it. It went off of his shin protector and all the way back. Base runners advance. Add another ball up to the scoreboard. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
You know, I wouldn't expect him to triple up on breaking ball here, so we'll see where Bennett opts to spot this next pitch. He wants to go back to the heater.
Bennett from the stretch, the 2-2, fastball low and away. And now the count is run full to the batter, Preston Miller. Miller again has yet to have a base hit in today's ball game. And for the 3 batter for the Hamilton Joes, Miller is batting .263 on the season. Is now a high bouncing ball over towards Daniel Cruz. He'll go to first base, and the out is recorded. Zion Avery had to come off the bag after his foot touched the bag. Throws a little off on line by Daniel Cruz. But Cruz, the throw gets there. 1 run comes in to score for the Hamilton Joes. Copperheads have a 2-run lead. And now the cleanup batter, Ryan Thompson, at the plate.
Yeah, nice job there from Zion, able to get that low throw from Cruz, dig it out, keep his foot on the bag. That's a big out there, considering you had 2 in scoring position with only 1 away. You get the out, of course, you give up the run, but now it's going to take a base hit to score that second runner. So if Bennett's able to retire Thompson here, definitely can limit the possible damage that could have been done.
First pitch from Bennett misses outside to Ryan Thompson. 1 ball, no strikes. Thompson grounded out to first. Zion Avery took it himself. And then a fly ball to left field. The 0-for-2 day for Ryan Thompson. As the 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed by Thompson. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, that's the challenge fastball there from Bennett up in the zone. Thompson unable to catch up to it.
1-1 the count. 1 run in for the Hamilton Joes here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As the pitch in is swung on and foul, tipped straight back to the backstop. And now Jack Bennett's a strike away from retiring the side. On deck is Avery Janning. Janning 0-for-2. There's yet to be a hit recorded by 1 through 8. Just 1 run on 2 hits for the Hamilton Joes. As the 1-2 pitch is a check swing that bounced the ball foul towards the left side. And Thompson stays alive at the plate.
Yeah, Bennett trying to throw that backdoor breaking ball, breaks over the outside part of the plate. Thompson saw it late, just able to get a piece to stay alive. Would have got rung up if he took that pitch.
1-2 the count. Bennett's pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. Bennett gets out of trouble here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Only allows 1 run, but he's through 6 as we head to the top of the 7th. At the end of 6, the Copperheads 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors, 1 run on 2 hits, and 1 error for the Hamilton Joes. We'll throw it to Joey Medore for the rest of the ball game for your play-by-play duties. We'll be right back on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads.
Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads. With toppings loaded from edge to edge, Donato's Pizza will be sure to satisfy your hunger. Located at 688 East State Street in Athens, make Donato your pizza of choice today. Order by calling 740-529-5049 or order online at donatos.com.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Sebastian Fabic will lead off this bottom half of the seventh as the Copperheads holding on to a 3-1 lead. It's still Yoon Chow out on the mound for the Hamilton Joes as he inherited a bases-loaded, nobody-out situation in the top of the sixth and retired the next three Copperheads to hold the lead at 3-0. The Joes plated one on an RBI groundout in the bottom of the sixth as Fabic squares the bunt on the first pitch, fouls it back. 0-1 is the count. As Fabic leading off here, came into the ball game with a 7-game hit streak. He'll look to extend it in this at-bat as he's currently 0 for 2 with a walk, a strikeout, and reached on an error. So trying to keep his longest hit streak on the season going, reach 8 games as don't know how many more at-bats he's going to get as that 0-1 pitch came in very slow. Not sure what pitch that was, but Fabic swings and fouls it over the dugout. 0-2 is the count now.
Sidearm ephus?
I don't know if it was slow enough to be. It wasn't enough for an ephus, but
It was slow. I don't know what
would have liked to see what that registered on the gun. But Fabic down in the count now, 0-2 to lead off the top of the seventh.
Eyeballing it, I'm saying 50.
We don't have the best angle from up here. The 0-2 pitch in the Fabic swung on a line down the right field line, but his slice is foul. As the count will stay 0-2 to Fabic. As his average has dropped down to 387 so far. Came in at 393, good for third best in the entire GLSCL. But he's down in the count to Chow, 0-2. Here comes the pitch from the side armor. It's that slow pitch again. This one's taken outside for a ball, 1-2. Almost looks like a changeup.
It is some kind of changeup.
A significant drop-off from his fastball speed. But Fabic takes that pitch low and away. Alive in the at-bat, 1-2. As Chow deals the fastball, grounded out towards second base, fielded on the hop, throw on to first in time to retire Fabic. Leadoff man set down. Chow has now faced the first 4 Copperheads he's faced. It'll be Zion Avery due up next.
Yeah, it's really been a nice job for Yun Chow to come in and really shut the door on the Copperheads. They were threatening in the top of the 6th inning, and the bases loaded, only scored 1.
So now it'll be Zion Avery. Avery's 0 for 3 on the day as he popped up to third base, flew out to left center field, and grounded out to short in his 3 ABs. As first pitch into Zion will catch the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Copperheads have scored a single run in 3 consecutive innings, the 4th, 5th, and 6th for their 3 runs. So they currently have 6 hits, not an error. Joes have a run on 2 hits and 1 error so far as the 0-1 comes into Avery. Hard ground ball out towards short, fielded cleanly by Thompson. Throw on to first in time to retire Avery. So a hard hit ball, but right at the shortstop. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
Well, Thompson is lucky that ball didn't come up and get him. His head kind of flung right back up as soon as that ball was anywhere near his glove. It was Just put the glove down and don't look at it. But it worked. He got the out, fielded it cleanly.
Made the play as Thompson has the only error on the game for the Joes so far. As now it's a left-handed hitting Reese Trahey trying to keep this 7th inning alive for the Copperheads. As first pitch into him from the side, Armour catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. As Trahey on the day, 1 for 2. Singleton came around to score, also walked and came around to score and grounded out to second base. As Scott Combs in the on-deck circle, his Michigan State teammate, if Trahey can keep the inning alive. The 0-1 pitch is that changeup. Misses low and outside to Trahey, 1-1. But it's got to be tough to sit back on a pitch like that from Yoon Chow.
It's extremely tough to sit back on those pitches because it looks so slow and you think you can hit it so far.
The 1-1 pitch misses off the outside corner for a ball, 2-1, as pitch almost slower than a batting practice pitch, looks like from up here.
It could be a batting practice pitch, but it's an effective pitch.
Chow looks in and will deal the 2-1. That pitch will miss just below the knees for a ball. 3-1 is the count now to Reese Trahey, trying to reach base and keep this inning alive. As these teams tied for 3rd place in the GLSCL, both just a game and a half back of the league leading or the division leading Cincinnati Steam. As a 3-1 pitch into Reese Trahey is a swung on and fouled down the third base side, down towards the parking lot and out of play. Full count to Reese Trahey with 2 away. Copperheads still holding on to a 3-1 lead. As Jack Bennett in his first start with the team, first outing with the team, has been very effective, only allowing a run on a couple of hits so far. As another full count pitch into Reese Trahey with 2 outs in the inning. Here it comes from Chow. Trahey swings on it, fouls it back out of play. Over behind the press box. Trahey will see another full count pitch.
Trahey again working a nice at-bat here against Chow. Copperheads haven't really seen Chow all that much. They've seen him a couple times earlier on in the year. But in today's game, it's been put a ball in play or quick at-bats.
Another full count pitch in from Chow, taken outside for a ball. Trahey works his second walk on the day. And Scott Combs will get a chance to bat here in the inning after all. As Scott Combs trying to improve on his 2-for-2 day. Couple of singles. Also had a sac fly to score the Copperheads' first run back in the 4th inning. As with a rare sac fly to the second baseman out in shallow right field. But they all count the same. Trahey trying to steal second. He took that one off. The pitcher goes sliding in. Yeah, it's kind of an awkward slide there as Trahey looked like he wanted to pull up at first and go in standing, but the throw still came down. So a late slide by Trahey. Pitch missed for a ball, but now Reese is in scoring position with 2 away. He appears to be okay down there at second base. As Scott Combs on the season in this situation, and runners in scoring position batting at .333 in 21 at-bats, 9 RBIs with 2 outs, and a runner in scoring position batting at .250 in 8 at-bats. As 1-0 pitch swung on, grounded towards the hole between first and second. It will be dived and knocked down, but Reese Trahey is going to be sent home. Here comes the throw from Orrin, and actually Trahey thinks better of it as it was hit in between the hole of first and second. A diving stop by Orrin. He knocked it down. It'll be an infield single for Combs. Trahey thought about scoring, but thinks better of it. Heads back to third. Runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
Well, Austin Dunphy didn't really see where that ball went. It was knocked down by the second baseman, Orrin. And Orrin just kind of smothered it, couldn't find it himself. And by the time he did, it would have been a clean throw out to get Reese Trahey. Good of Trahey to put up the brakes and go back.
Well, Scott Combs now has a 3-hit day, average up above 300 at 306 is now Phil Glasser. Will try to extend the lead. First pitch misses low to Glasser, 1-0. As Phil on the day is 0 for 2. A couple of fly outs and walked and was stranded at second his last time up. As runners in scoring position, 2 outs on the season for Glasser. 400 in 10 at-bats, 5 RBIs. Been very effective in these situations so far as 1-0 pitch catches the outside corner for a strike. 1-1's the count now.
It would be a huge momentum boost for the Copperheads. Kind of went into the Hamilton Joe's favor after Chow was able to get out of the inning with no outs and bases loaded. Copperheads could strike back and throw a punch. Just get 1 run in here.
So 1-1's the count. 3-1 score. Runners on the corners, 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Copperheads trying to add another run as that pitch hits just about the same spot as the last one and called strike again. 1-2 now to Glasser as he didn't like either one of the last 2 calls. But now have to choke up on the bat and try to protect here with 2 strikes. As Chow trying to complete his second scoreless inning of work out of the bullpen and hold the deficit at 2 for the Joes. Chow gets his sign. Long look in. Now here comes a 1-2 into Glasser. He'll swing and foul it down towards the parking lot out of play. And it lands right in between 2 cars.
If you get hit by a foul ball, it's on you.
You do choose to park there. That is right. 1-2 the count. Again to Glasser. Here comes a pitch. Taken outside for a ball. Evens up the count at 2. Should Glasser extend the inning, Carter Cross is in the on-deck circle. As Chow looks in, trying to keep the momentum with the Joes. As it's still a 3-1 ball game. Insurance run out there on third base. Another one on first. 2 away here in the top of the 7th. The 2-2 pitch into Glasser. Misses outside for a ball. And they'll run the count full at 3-2. That will send Scott Combs in motion on the pitch. So Glasser will try to send one to the gap here. Perhaps score 2 runs for the Copperheads. As Combs will be off on the pitch. As coming set is Chow. Taking a long look in. Pitch delivered. Scott Combs takes off. Swung on and fouled off the catcher. Morris back behind home plate. And another tough at-bat here for Phil Glasser with 2 outs and a full count.
Just like his last at-bat, he works another full count. It's like we see deja vu every time that Phil Glasser comes to the plate.
Well, Glasser does not strike out very often for the Copperheads. Very good control of the bat up there for Glasser at the plate. As he'll see the 8th pitch of this at-bat. It's another full count delivery from Yoon Chow. Here it comes. Pitch taken on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Glasser thought he had ball 4. He started heading to first base. Coach Dunphy has a couple words for the home plate umpire, Loveless, but it'll be a strikeout looking to end the inning as we head into the bottom of the 7th. Still a 3-1 lead for the Copperheads as Bennett takes the mound for his 7th inning of work when we return on the Copperheads Media Network presented by Ohio Health. Ambassador Laundry, your locally owned and operated laundry and dry cleaning business, is a proud sponsor of the Copperheads. Stop by 15 West Stimson for all your laundry and dry cleaning needs.
It's a grand slam when you shop locally. Look for the Athens Area Chamber of Commerce logo and be sure to support the businesses that support the Athens Sandlot, our very own Copperheads, and our community. Love Athens. Keep it local, because together we make a difference.
The fun is just beginning in Athens, Ohio. Outdoor concerts and festivals, rails and trails, a 30-mile meal, and the funky vibe of uptown Athens and Court Street, Ohio's most eccentric half-mile. The best road trip starts at AthensOhio.com, the region's most comprehensive site for maps, shopping, and dining directories, and events calendar. Visit AthensOhio.com and start planning your next adventure.
Classic brands Budweiser and Yingling are all proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Please drink responsibly and always use a designated driver. Responsibility matters.
Donato's is the exclusive pizza provider of the Southern Ohio Copperheads, with toppings loaded from
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Leadoff batter is Avery Janning here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Jack Bennett has only allowed 2 hits and a run so far through his first 6 innings of work at 90 pitches back out there for the 7th inning. As Copperheads holding on to a 3-1 lead. First pitch into Janning, misses high and inside for a ball, 1-0. As Janning is 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a strikeout. As he swings and grounds that pitch towards Phil Glasser at short up the middle, fields it on a hop, throw on to first in time to retire Janning. He's now 0 for 3 on the day. And the leadoff man retired here in the bottom of the 7th.
You could not have asked more of Jack Bennett. Comes in from North Canton, does a job here in Hamilton, Ohio. He's just been pounding the strike zone, getting in strikes and getting the outs. Only got in trouble once, and that was the bottom of the 6th.
And now his first pitch into the next hitter, misses outside for a ball, 1-0. It's Brennan Gick, the center fielder. As Gick on the day, 0 for 1. He struck out swinging in his first at-bat, then walked his last time up as that pitch misses outside for a ball, 2-0. Looks similar to the pitch that rung up Phil Glasser to end the last inning. Called a ball by the home plate umpire, Loveless. That's the 2-0 pitch now into Gick. He swings and grounds it towards Daniel Cruz at third. He slides and makes the play. Throw on the first. Not in time. As Daniel Cruz, a heck of an effort on the slide and a strong throw on the first, but Gick just beats it out at first base. Bang, bang play. So an infield single for Brennan Gick. And it'll be a 1-out base runner.
Well, someone not named Griffin Kane gets a base hit, and it's just a seeing eye hit. He hit it in a part where Daniel Cruz just didn't have the arm strength to get it across in time. There's a tremendous play by Cruz, but just could not get it there, like you said, in time.
Well, now this is the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Joes. So they got a base runner here now in back-to-back innings. For the first time all day is now as the catcher, Brock Mathis. First pitch into him hits the outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
You have to imagine with the pitch count nearing 100 now that Jack Bennett this will be his last outing, or last inning.
As it looks like Nick Kaiser warming up down there in the bullpen as a pickoff attempt at first. Not in time. Count will be 0-1. As nearing the century mark in pitches is Jack Bennett. Here comes the 0-1 pitch taken high and inside to Mathis for a ball. Evens up the count at 1. As Mathis on the day, 0 for 1. He struck out and was hit by a pitch, as that pitch is called a strike on the outside corner. It'll be a 1-2 count now to Brock Mathis out of LSU, the catcher. As Bennett looking for a double play ball to try to get through his 7th inning of work here. As another pickoff attempt, diving back safely is Gick. No tag applied by the first baseman, Zion Avery. He throws it back to Bennett on the mound. Now Bennett's back on the rubber. Comes set. Here comes the 1-2 home to Mathis. Breaking ball hit high out into left field. Going back is Carter Cross. He looks to have it lined up. He will make the catch. Throw it into second base. Staying at first is Brennan Gick. And now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th.
99 pitch thrown by Jack Bennett. String will be very short for Bennett to stay in the game. But just what a job that he's been able to do.
Well, he's got Logan Thomas in the shortstop. trying to keep this inning alive here. As Thomason is 0 for 2 on the day with a couple of flyouts to right field. But Bennett just an out away from getting through his 7th inning. As another pickoff attempt, keeping Gick honest over there at first base. But this is first outing with the team, just joined the ball club here today. Out of John Carroll University, first pitch into Thomason, catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. But 7 strikeouts so far, only 3 hits allowed. For the right-hander out of John Carroll. Been very effective in his first start with the Copperheads. Another pickoff attempt. This time a tag is applied by Zion Avery, not in time. As Brennan Gick drawing some attention over there at first base. 4 pickoff attempts on him now since he reached base on the infield single. But an 0-1 count into Thomason. Here comes the pitch, misses outside for a ball. Count will be even at 1. As looking in is the pitcher Bennett. He comes set, takes a peek over Gick at first. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, misses outside for a ball. 2-1 is the count now. Copperheads holding on to a 3-1 lead, just an out away from getting through this 7th inning is Jack Bennett. Here comes a 2-1 home into Thomason. This one will miss up high for a ball. 3-1 is the count now to Thomason.
Just has to reach back and fire him in. Just throw strikes, trust the defense behind you.
Well, Bennett has been doing that all day. Again, just 3 hits surrendered so far, 2 of them to the same guy, as he's done very well versus Joe's lineup. 3-1 pitch misses outside for a ball. And he walked him. Now 2 base runners on here with 2 outs. You got to be thinking the end of the line is coming here for Bennett. He's now up over 100 pitches. And he's facing the guy who was 2 for 2 off him with 2 doubles. It's Griffin Kane, the left fielder.
Well, Dunphy's checking down over in the bullpen, trying to see if Kaiser is ready or not. But he's going to trust his pitcher here. Just try to get one out.
First pitch into Kane, catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. But as we just mentioned, Griffin Kane 2 for 2 on the day, 2 doubles, has scored the only run for the Joes so far, as he's got 2 runners out there right now, trying to shorten up the deficit. 0-1 pitch misses outside and low for a ball, 1-1. As Griffin Kane with runners in scoring position on the year, batting .200 in 20 at-bats, just 3 RBIs. Trying to improve on that average right here with that runner out on second. 1-1 pitch misses up high for a ball. 2-1 is the count now to Griffin Kane. As just trying to get one more out is Jack Bennett to get through the 7th inning, as go-ahead runs at the plate, tying runs on first. These 2 teams tied for 3rd place in the GLSCL South Division. Looking for a victory here tonight. 2-1 pitch misses up high for a ball. And Bennett looks like he's nearing the end of the road here. It's a 3-1 count into Griffin Kane with 2 outs in the inning. And 2 runners on base. With a 3-1 pitch coming into a dangerous hitter. 3-1, cut on and missed. That will run the count full, as the runners will be in motion with 2 outs and the full count.
Well, just needs the strike. Find the zone, rear back and get it, and end the day on the high note.
Bennett coming set. Here comes the 3-2. Runners take off. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. He puts 2 runners on a single and a walk, but Jack Bennett works his way out of it, gets out of the inning unscathed, and what a great first start it was for him as he gets through 7, only allowing 1 run and 3 hits, stranding the potential tying run at first base as we head into the top of the 8th. Copperheads holding on to a 3-1 lead over the Hamilton Joes on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Southern Ohio Copperheads would like to show our support for Echoing Hills. Echoing Hills provides individuals a place to call home and a comfortable and safe environment where they can achieve their dreams surrounded by supportive friends and staff. For more information, contact them at 740-594-3541.
Fall Green Mortine, one of the nation's leading integrated marketing and communication firms, prides itself on hiring the best and brightest graduates from across the country each year. In fact, the company is home to many Ohio University alumni. For more details on internships and employment opportunities, visit www.fallgreenmortine.com.
You'll be living the life if you stay at the Holiday Inn Express with a free complimentary breakfast, high-definition televisions in all the rooms, and free Wi-Fi, in addition to being the only non-smoking hotel in Athens. Live the life, Holiday Inn Express.
Fans, Jackie O's Pub and Brewery is the official pregame and postgame hangout for the Copperheads. Be sure to meet us there before and after every game. From your pint to your plate, Jackie O's proudly presents over 40 beers on draft, produced right here in Athens. Newly remodeled public house and kitchen menu, uptown in-house bakery, 22-acre farm and taproom facility lunch specials, and locally sourced dinners, 7 days a week. 100-plus person outdoor patio, uptown. Learn more at JackieO's.com, Instagram, or Facebook today. After the game, be sure to stop by Jackie O's uptown or the tap room on Campbell Street. Just because the game ended doesn't mean your night has to. Jackie O's.
I'm Zach Iverson. I'm from Michigan State University. You're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
It'll be Carter Cross, followed by Daniel Cruz, and back to the top of the order, and Lucas Nasanti as first pitch into Carter Cross. Misses low for a ball, 1-0. As it's a new man on the mound, number 22, Gage Voorhees. Out of Springfield, Ohio, attends Cedarville University. As the 1-0 pitch into Carter Cross will be swung on and chopped towards third, fielded cleanly by Avery Janning. Long throw over to first in time for the first out of the inning. Voorhees retires first batter he faces. One away now in the top of the 8th. Voorhees on the season holds a 1-1 record with a 3.37 ERA in 11 appearances, 2 of them being starts, 27 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts, 9 walks, 33 hits given up. As the last time he faced the Copperheads back on June 15th, he went 3 1/3, not allowing a run, 3 hits, a walk, a strikeout, facing 13 batters, and a 5-4 victory for the Joes. As now the first pitch into Daniel Cruz. He takes a big swing, but he comes up empty. 0-1 is the count. Cruz is 1 for 3 on the day. Had a single in his first at-bat. As the 0-1 pitch into him, a swung on and chopped foul down the third base line. Cruz quickly down in the count, 0-2 to Voorhees. Copperheads holding on to a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. Just 6 outs away from earning the victory, trying to jump the Joes in the standings for sole possession of the third place spot as the 0-2 pitch in the Cruz. A breaking pitch misses low and away for a ball, 1-2.
Well, like you said earlier, today Richmond Jazz beat the Licking County Settlers, so not only would they take sole possession of third, but they get even closer to Licking County for second place.
As the 1-2 pitch into Daniel Cruz, swung on and missed for the second out of the inning. As the throw down to third from Brock Mathis goes way over the head of the third baseman Avery Janning. So an unsuccessful throw around. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning. Back to the top of the order in Lucas Nasanti. As if you're not going to win the division, it's good to have that second spot so you get the home field advantage in the wild card game, as the top 3 teams in both divisions of the GLSCL make it to the postseason. The first seed team gets a bye. As first pitch in Nasanti catches the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. And then the 2 and 3 seeds play in a 1-game wild card. Obviously the 2 seed getting the home game in that matchup. As the 0-1 pitch into Salty misses outside for a ball, 1-1. Then following that, the winner of the wild card game goes on to play a 3-game series with the 1 seed. As a 1-1 pitch into the Salty misses low and outside for a ball, 2-1. Nasanti in the leadoff spot in today's game. Is 0 for 3 on the day. That's 2-1 pitch, misses for a ball. He's up in the count now, 3-1. Trying to keep this top of the 8th alive for the Copperheads. As Voorhees pitching out of the windup. Now time called at home plate by Nasanti. He quickly steps back into the box. Voorhees back up on the rubber. He'll kick and deal. The 3-1 into Nasanti is swung on and missed. So it'll be a full count now with 2 away.
Yeah, Nasanti has struck out 3 times today. Hasn't seen the ball out of the hand very well. But for Nasanti, doing good as of late.
Full count pitch swung on and lined out into right field, and that will fall down for a base hit. Nasanti gets his first hit of the ball game, and there'll be a 2-out base runner now for the Copperheads here in the top of the 8th inning.
A nice piece of protection hitting for Nasanti. Ball was on the outside corner of the plate. Line drive right out into right field, picks up the hit.
So Nasanti gets the hit. Now his second on the game, 2 for 5 from the Copperheads leadoff hitter. That's the 8th hit of the ball game for the Copperheads. And now Zach Iverson gets a chance to hit here in the 8th inning. First pitch into him from Voorhees, misses low for a ball, 1-0. As Iverson in the ball game, 0 for 3. Had a sac fly back in the 5th inning for an RBI. But 3 other flyouts as he tries to spark a 2-out rally for the Copperheads, see if they can extend this 2-run lead. He swings and fouls the 1-0 pitch back and out of play. Past the press box. 1-1's the count now to Iverson. As this is the first of a 3-game series, but this is the only game of the series played here at Hamilton. The last 2 will be back in Athens at Bob Wren Stadium, where the Copperheads will enjoy a lengthy home stand. They're home from June 10th all the way till July 10th till July 20th. Now a broken bat hit out into center field, and that will fall for a single for Zach Iverson. His first hit of the ball game, back-to-back 2-out singles, and now Sebastian Fabic will get a chance with a runner in scoring position with 2 away.
Well, it's weird to say, but Fabic is due. Normally he has his first hit of the game by now, but held hitless so far. Fabic will try and see if he can gauge Voorhees.
Well, he's got a 7-game hit streak coming into the night, trying to extend that. As Fabic came into the ball game batting at .393, leading the team. As Voorhees, the first pitch into Fabic's a breaking ball, stays high and inside for a ball, 1-0. Fabic with runners in scoring position and 2 outs on the season, batting at .438 in 16 at-bats, a homer, and 9 RBIs. So has shown up in these situations so far this season. As the 1-0 pitch into Fabic swung on and hit high out into right field and foul. Hit it a long way down towards the Copperheads bullpen. But just a tick behind it. Try to straighten that out. Count even at 1. As Lucas Nasanti leads off second, Zach Iverson off of first. They both reach base with singles with 2 away here in the inning. Fabic trying to make it 3 straight 2-out base hits to extend this 2-run Copperheads lead, as they've held the lead since the 4th inning. 1-1 pitch into Fabic, misses low and outside for a ball, 2-1.
Fabic will just have to wait and see his pitch. Has battled at the plate all day long. Just try to get the one that he can get in for a single.
Well, 2-1 is the count now to Fabic. Here comes a delivery from Voorhees, misses outside for a ball. Now Fabic will look for a pitch to drive here, up 3-1 in the count with 2 outs in the top of the 8th. As Fabic, the man you won up in this situation, team leader in RBIs on the season. So he's got 29 of them. Looking to add on to that total here. 3-1 pitch from Voorhees, swung on and fouled down the right field line and well out of play down towards the Little League field here at Foundation Field here in Hamilton, Ohio. As the count will run full now to Fabic. Runners will be in motion on the pitch with 2 away in the full count. As Voorhees trying to get out of this inning unscathed. Full count pitch into Sebastian Fabic. Swung on and fouled again. Out of play. Heading behind us in the press box. On top of the press box. Actually, that's where we're positioned here in Hamilton.
Last time all season long, unless postseason play will bring us back.
Well, very well could, as these two teams pretty evenly matched so far throughout the season, as the Joes won all 3 games against the Copperheads first time around, but both of the games, or all 3 of the games, are by 2 runs or less. Full count pitch into Fabic, swung on again, foul down the right field line, up towards, almost hitting the light over there, but Fabic staying alive here.
Everybody clap your hands.
Well, again, another well-worked at-bat by Sebastian Fabic. Continues to see pitch after pitch, continues to battle in this at-bat. Just is yet to get his pitch to drive.
Well, it's going to be another full count pitch from Voorhees into Fabic. He comes set. Runners go on the pitch. Fabic swings and lines it out towards second base. Bobbled by the second baseman Orr. Now he picks up his bare hand and throws on to first in time to retire Fabic. Good recovery there from the second baseman Orn. As the Copperheads pick up a couple of hits, but can't bring them in the score. Going to the bottom of the 8th. Still a 3-1 score. 6 outs away from the victory are the Cheds over the Joes on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and Agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com. That is SNIDERFULLERSTROH.com.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Jack Bennett's day is over after going 7 innings, striking out 7 batters, only allowing 3 hits, 2 walks, and a run in line for the victory. If the result stays the same throughout these final 2 innings, that it's Nick Kaiser taking the mound for the Copperheads, holding a 1-1 record with a 6.04 ERA in 11 games this season. 22 innings pitched, 20 strikeouts, 9 walks, 39 hits given up. As the last time we saw him was on July 5th, where he got the surprise start against Cincinnati Steam due to an injury. Went 6 innings, gave up 5 runs, all of them earned, 8 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, facing 29 batters. It was his longest outing on the season. This one should be a little shorter for him. Trying to hold down the Joes and take home this victory. As first pitch in the leadoff man, Marshall Rich, be taking on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
Well, it'll be a tall task to do. Jack Bennett did a tremendous job going through batters 1 through 8. Really held them hitless besides Brennan Gick.
As the 0-1 pitch comes in on the same spot on the outside corner. Rich quickly behind the Kaiser 0-2.
But Nick Kaiser will look to repeat what his teammate was able to do all game long and try to get these final 6 outs.
Yeah, as you mentioned, only one person who wasn't Griffin Kane picked up a hit. Griffin Kane had 2 doubles. The other one hit was by Brennan Gick on an infield single. 0-2 pitch misses just below the knees for a ball. Nice pitch there from Kaiser. Doesn't get the call, though, 1-2.
Not sure where that one could have missed. I guess, like you said, below the knees. That pitch looked eerily similar to the 2 pitches that were called strikes.
So Kaiser will have to regroup and fire another strike into Marshall. Rich still up in the count, 1-2. To Rich, here comes the delivery, misses just inside for a ball, evens up the count at 2. As Rich is 0-2 on the day, grounded out to short, has flew out to right field and walked in his last plate appearance. Trying to reach base safely here to lead off the bottom of the 8th as the Joes need a couple of runs. 2-2 pitch, catches the outside corner, strike 3 called, Nick Kaiser. As that's his 21st strikeout of the season. Now it's be Zach Orn, the second baseman. Orn is 0-3 on the day with a couple of punch-outs. 3, as a matter of fact, as first pitch into him misses outside for a ball, 1-0. So he's trying to avoid the old golden sombrero here.
Not the sombrero you want to wear. We could have used a sombrero, though, on top when it was sunny outside.
1-0 pitch into him, misses, actually catches the outside corner for a strike, 1-1 as Orn takes a little walk around the batter's box. Didn't like the call. But the count is even at 1.
Would have taken the heat off a little bit.
I don't think I've ever worn a sombrero in my life, I'm being honest.
I don't think I have either.
I don't know if I ever struck out. Actually, I might have. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, misses up high for a ball, 2-1 to Zach Orn.
See, I'm just talking about a literal sombrero.
Yeah,
we don't
right.
have to talk about the figurative.
But we're talking about baseball ones.
Correct.
I don't think I ever struck out 4 times.
Never know. It could have happened.
There was a lot of games.
Yeah.
It could.
Little League.
You're very well right.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you what I did.
2-1 in the Kaiser. Actually, in the Orn from Nick Kaiser. Swung on a miss by Zach Orn, even up the count at 2. With 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th, 3-1. Copperheads lead the Hamilton Joes. Looking for their first victory against the Joes this season. As this series will be the last time these 2 teams face in the regular season. 2-2 pitch into Zach Orn. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Kaiser. 4th on the day for Orn. He will get the golden sombrero. 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th.
Well, it's just really been fun to watch Kaiser pitch. Yes, he did allow the 5 runs in his first start of the season. He didn't expect to start that game. He got the 8 strikeouts. He's now punched out 2 into this game. I wonder if that kind of built up his confidence a little bit and allowed him to kind of take a deep breath, know he can compete with anybody, and just pitch.
First pitch to Preston Miller is a cutter, misses high and inside for a ball, 1-0. As Miller is 0-3 on the day, as alongside many of his teammates. Copperheads pitching has been pretty effective so far, as that one has swung on and fouled off the mask of Scott Combs. Evens up the count at 1. As Scott appears to be okay, back behind the plate, back up on his feet. So toss the ball into the dugout. 1-1's the count now to Preston Miller. As Kaiser walking back to the mound with the new ball. Now he's back up on the rubber, pitching out of the stretch, as he has all season long. 1-1 pitch into Preston Miller, misses high and outside for a ball. Miller now up in the count, 2-1. As the sun is pretty much set here at Foundation Field, the night sky looming over us. 2-1 pitch, swung on and foul down the right field line, well out of play, evening up the count at 2. But they got the lights on here at the stadium, the turf infield at Foundation Field with the grass outfield, much like Bob Wren Stadium. Only difference is the whole warning track is dirt here at Foundation Field. 2-2 pitch into Preston Miller, taken on the outside corner, strike 3 called. Nick Kaiser comes in and strikes out the side in the bottom of the 8th inning. And the Copperheads heading into the 9th inning, just 3 outs away from a victory over the Joes. They got a bat first in the top half of the 9th, up 3-1 on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health.
Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side, locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors, and be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is so much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brand designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit and fashionable women, footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperhead Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial services needs. She's celebrating 14 years of service in the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Snyder, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Snyder, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh at 740-594-8385 or visit them online at www.snyderfullerstroh.com.
This is Austin Dunphy, the manager with the Southern Ohio Copperheads, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Hamilton Joes going to the bullpen once again in this one as it's number 29, London DeMuth. Out of Miami University, Hamilton. He hails from Oxford, Ohio, making his 8th appearance on the year, a 6.72 ERA and 8 1/3 pitched. As in his last outing against the Richmond Jazz, didn't record an out. First pitch into Zion Avery, swung on and hit out towards Zach Gorn at second. He slides and knocks it down on the backhand, picks it up, throwing to first, pulls the first baseman off the bag, and Zion Avery will be safe to lead off the first inning, as either going to be an error on the backhand or on the throw, but it'll be the second error on the game for the Joes. Zion Avery on the lead off the top of the 9th.
Well, that doesn't help us in any way. It just has E on point streak. Does not charge an error to anyone. Just a big old E.
Well, the scoreboard puts the E4 up there. Error on.
There we go. They changed it there on second baseman now.
Yeah, there it is. Good old point streak. But DeMuth, back on July 5th against the Richmond Jazz, did not record an out, but gave up 2 runs, both of them earned. No hits, 1 walk, facing 2 batters. So now he's back on the hill. Pitch against the Copperheads back on June 16th when the Joes won 7-5 as first pitch into Reese Trey. He misses outside for a ball, 1-0. He threw an inning in that game. 1 run, it was earned. 1 hit, a walk, facing 4 batters. It's the 1-0 count now to Reese Trahey with Zion Avery leading off first base to lead off the top of this 9th inning. Copperheads up 3-1 as that pitch misses outside of Trahey. 2-0 is the count now.
Well, just give Nick Kaiser some breathing room to pitch with. He did fantastic in the bottom of the 8th inning, struck out the side, but a little insurance run didn't hurt anybody, except for maybe the Hamilton Joes.
2-0 pitch into Trey, swung on and popped foul up towards the press box. Out of play, probably the closest ball that's come to us so far in this one.
Still waiting for ours. We'll get one eventually up here.
I don't think we're running out of time.
Hey, it ain't over.
Inning.
It ain't over till it's over.
You're right. And we never know what might bring us back here.
You never do.
As a 2-1 count now to Reese Trahey. Pitch from DeMuth, taken up high for a ball, 3-1. Trahey in the driver's seat at the plate.
The only situation that bring us back is if Copperheads are the 3 seed and Hamilton Joes would have to be the 2 seed in the postseason.
Or if the Joes pull out the 1 seed.
They could be.
Or the Copper. Well
no,
the
then we'd
Copperheads
have
are the
to
one.
advance.
We'd be back at Bob Wren. You're right.
Right.
3-1 pitch into Trey. Runs inside. He ducks out of the way of it and will take the walk. Third walk drawn by Trahey on the ball game. As first two batters Demuth faces reach base safely. Couple on with nobody out for Scott Combs here in the top of the ninth. Scott Combs is 3 for 3 on the day. Has an RBI sac fly as well.
The 7th walk on the day by Hamilton Joe's pitching. Kind of lost the feeling for the strike zone. It has really been the reason why Copperheads have had that 3-1 lead. Hasn't really been the big hit. It's been sacrifice flies and then a walk. So walks have been the story.
Well, now Demuth gets some rosin on his fingertips. Gets back on the mound as he'll now face Scott Combs. Gets a sign from third base coach Austin Dunphy. See if they elect to play a little small ball, move these runners up on a sac bunt from Combs. The corners are drawn in now. Combs doesn't square the bunt. Pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. As Combs again checking down the third to see what Coach Dunphy wants to do. We'll have him square the bunt or swing away. Already down in the count, 0-1 to London Demuth. As a 1 pitch comes in at the knees for a strike. And Scott Combs quickly down in the count, 0-2, as you'll expect him to swing away now.
Well, Combs knew that was his pitch to hit. Right in his wheelhouse. Was a little bit disappointed, shrugged back. Have to battle.
So Demuth looking to record his first out of his outing. Here comes the 0-2 and the Scott Combs swung on and poked out into right field down the line. It's slicing away from the right fielder. It will fall in for a base hit. Being held up at third base is Zion Avery. As Scott Combs, the throw actually comes into first. He has to go diving back into first base to avoid getting tagged. But Combs has his 4th hit of the ball game, 4 for 4. And now the sacks are full for the Copperheads with nobody out here in the top of the ninth.
Again, exactly what you expect from your all-star player. Sebastian Fabic has had a quiet day, as had Zach Iverson. Iverson did have the sacrifice fly, but relatively quiet from those two. Scott Combs has carried the load.
Well, now that will bring the infield in as the Joes don't want to allow this lead to become more than 2 for the Copperheads. They want to keep it close. For a shot to come back in the bottom of that. Now Phil Glasser swings to the first pitch, lines out in the right field. A fall down for a base hit. Coming in to score is Zion Avery. As no throw coming in. An RBI base hit for Phil Glasser. Brings in 1 run. 4-1 Copperheads score now. Bases still loaded here in the top of the ninth.
First pitch he sees, Phil Glasser, instead of taking his full count and then doing whatever he does, jumps on the first pitch, lines it out into right center field, gets that hit. Extends the lead.
RBI number 13 for Glasser on the season as Carter Cross will look to keep this train rolling. First pitch into him misses outside for a ball, 1-0. So Copperheads get a big insurance run. They got a few more out there on base as the infield remains drawn in for the Joes. As a 1-0 pitch into Carter Cross will miss inside for a ball. 2-0 is the count now to Cross. As on the day, Cross is 1 for 2. He singled, walked, and came around to score. Walked again and then had retired via the ground out to the third baseman. As 2-0 pitch into Cross, catches the outside corner for a strike. 2-1 is the count now to Carter.
A little buzzing going on in the Hamilton Joes bullpen. Sent down one of their guys to try and figure out if anybody's ready yet.
2-1 pitch misses outside to Carter Cross. He's up in the count now, 3-1. As this is Carter Cross's first at-bat this season with the bases loaded. Trying to pick up a base knock and add on to this Copperheads lead. First, you got to see a strike. 3-1 from Demuth. Swung on, broken bat down the third, and it gets by the third baseman, jamming it on into left field. Coming in to score is Reese Trahey. Being held up at third is Scott Combs. You'd assume that be an error on the third baseman, Jennings. Copperheads will take it, though. 5-1 now here in the top of the ninth. Bases still loaded for Daniel Cruz.
I'm just not sure where that ball missed. Did it go through the glove? Did it go over the wrist of the third baseman? It seemed like it was going to be a routine play at third, and then just went through the third baseman. The ball didn't slow down. It just went right by him.
Just kind of let the ball play him on the short hop and get by him. First pitch into Cruz, takes a big rip at it, but doesn't make contact. 0-1. As London DeMuth just trying to get out of this nightmare of a ninth inning for him so far. Doesn't have an out. 2 runs already home. Bases are loaded. Copperheads are up by 4 now. As the pitch into Daniel Cruz, swung on and hit off the end of the bat, foul behind him. 0-2 the count now on Daniel Cruz. As Cruz currently on the season 0 for 6 in bases loaded situations. Does have a couple of sac flies though. As the Copperheads as a team this year, batting .269 with the bases loaded. As 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled back into the screen by Cruz. We'll see another 0-2 pitch. As the top of the order is due up after Cruz as he's hitting 9th in the ball game. Potential for the Copperheads to blow this one open here in the 9th inning, as they've already got 2 home to push the lead out to 5-1. Here comes a pitch from DeMuth. It's swung on and popped up foul. Should get out of play as the catcher Mathis takes a peek, but it will get out of play off the 10th down the first baseline where the concessions are sold. Count stays at 0-2 to Cruz.
Cruz, he's been on a little bit of a slide as of late. Has not been as powerful as a plate as he's been in the early parts of the season. Like to him for a big breakout at bat right here.
Despite the fact Cruz still second on the team in RBIs, he swings and fouls that 0-2 pitch away. So hanging tough in the at bat is Daniel Cruz.
He's always found a way to get the RBI in. Just the batting average has taken a 100-point dip from where it was, which is going to be on average.
It's 18 RBIs for the Marshall University infielder as the 0-2 pitch swung and flied out into right field, in shallow right field. Coming in the right fielder Thompson, he will squeeze it as Scott Combs will bluff a tag. The throw comes home, and first out recorded here in the 9th inning. As we go back to the top of the order, Lucas Nasanti up now.
Now coming to the plate for Copperheads, the center fielder, number 1, Lucas Nasanti.
So Lucas Nasanti back up. He's got a couple of base knocks in the ball game tonight, as the Copperheads now have 11 in this ball game. Bases remain loaded with just 1 away. As now the infield moves back a little bit with 1 out, trying to roll a double play as he swings and chops that one to third. The throw will go on to first, and it will not be in time to get Nasanti as he'll get an RBI. Scott Combs comes in to score. Nasanti beats out the infield single for his 3rd hit of the ball game. 6-1 score now for the Copperheads as they just keep the train rolling here with the bases loaded in this 9th inning.
Well, Lucas Nasanti has the speed to beat out an infield single almost anywhere in the infield. Slow roll up the third base line, gets the job done, gets the RBI in.
So now it's Zach Iverson. First pitch into him will be taken outside for a ball, 1-0. As the lead is pushed up to 6-1 now for the Copperheads. Sure, Nick Kaiser is happy down there in the dugout with some breathing room, as assuming he will stay on for the 9th inning. As the 1-0 pitch into Iverson catches the inside corner for a strike, 1-1, as it was the new man, Jack Bennett, who went the first 7 innings, allowing just a run on 3 hits. Then Nick Kaiser came on in the 8th inning, struck out the side. As pitching to Zach Iverson, big swing, but he comes up empty. 1-2 the count now to Zach Iverson.
Copperheads had the bases loaded in the 6th, unable to do any damage, but finally they're able to break through here in the top of the 9th. A little bit later in the game, but they still get their big inning. They still are able to tack on runs and give insurance runs to Kaiser.
1-2 to Iverson, swung on and hit hard, foul down towards the bullpen as it hits off the top of the cage down there and bounces back in play. Iverson stays alive. As it's Phil Glasser on third base. Out on second, Carter Cross. At first, Lucas Nasanti. As here comes a 1-2 into Iverson. It will be taken. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Iverson gets rung up for the second out of the inning. Now we'll take a base hit from Sebastian Fabic here with 2 away to keep this inning going.
Copperheads haven't struck out a whole lot of times in today's ball game. On average, earlier on in the year, they're striking out at least once per inning. Today's game, only 7 strikeouts, so they've been doing well to cut down on those strikeouts and putting the ball in play, giving them a chance to score runs and win ball games.
Well, Fabic is hitless in the ball game tonight. First pitch into him, taken on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1, as not a sentence we've said too often this year. Sebastian Fabic not having a base hit in a ball game, but still has a chance to pick one up here in this 9th inning, getting one more chance to try to extend his 7-game hit streak. The 0-1 misses outside for a ball, 1-1.
I was looking to be in doubt with Zion Avery leading off the top of the 9th, because Fabic, the 3 batter, Avery 4. You'd have to bat around, and Copperheads have done so.
The count is 1-1, 2 away, bases loaded. Copperheads up 6-1. Fabic swings right through the fastball from London DeMuth. He's down in the count now, 1-2. As Fabic with the bases loaded this year, batting at .250, did have a grand slam back against the Galleon Graders. As that is one of 2 grand slams for the Copperheads this season. 1-2, chased outside by Fabic. They get him swinging strike 3 as he spikes the bat in anger. But the Copperheads add 3 more runs onto the lead. They lead it 6-1 heading into the bottom of the 9th, just 3 outs away from the victory over the Hamilton Joes. You're listening to Copperheads Baseball on the Copperheads Media Network, presented by Ohio Health. Don't forget to stop by Kona Ice behind the press box on the third base side. Locally owned and operated by Rich Hayes of Athens. They offer tropical shaved ice in an assortment of flavors. And be sure to ask about their fundraising opportunities.
Rocky Brands is much more than you think. Rocky Brands is a global leader in the footwear and apparel market with over 1,500 distributors of Rocky, Georgia Boot, and Durango brands nationwide. Rocky Brands designs, develops, and markets hard-working boots, outdoor footwear, and apparel designed for every pursuit, and fashionable women footwear that invites you to live a little on the edge. And they do it all right here in Southeast Ohio. To see the whole Rocky Brand story, go to rockybrands.com.
State Farm and agent Shauna Stump are proud supporters of Copperheads Baseball. Visit our West Union Street office or call 593-6882 today to discuss all your insurance and financial service needs. She is celebrating 14 years of service to the Athens community. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Schneider, Fuller & Stroh is one of the premier financial and insurance firms in the region. If you have questions regarding your financial, insurance, or employee benefit package, please call Mark Schneider, Jim Fuller, or Dan Stroh.
I'm Sebastian Fabic from Cincinnati, Ohio, and you're listening to the Copperheads Media Network.
Well, Nick Kaiser trying to record the final 3 outs and send the Copperheads home with a victory as they lead the Hamilton Joes 6-1 in this bottom of the 9th inning. As Kaiser came on in the 8th inning, struck out the side in order, 1-2-3. As 3 outs away from retiring the victory, Ryan Thompson leading off 0 for 3 in the ball game. As Kaiser's first pitch of the night swung on and lined out deep into left center field. Going over is the center field Nasanti. Will make the catch on the run. Nice range shown there from Lucas Nasanti. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th.
Great first step for Nasanti. Realized the ball was going to be towards his right. Moving over, made the catch, made it look easy.
So Thompson retired quickly. Avery Janning, the third baseman, digs in now. As the Joes need some 9th inning magic if they want to knock off the Copperheads for the 4th straight time this season, as first pitch into him is taken up high for a ball, 1-0. The team's currently tied for 3rd in the GLSCL. The winner of this game will pick up a game advantage on the other, as the 1-0 pitch is taken outside on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Copperheads looking for their 3rd consecutive victory if they can win it here tonight. 1-1 pitch comes in on the inside corner to Janning for a strike, 1-2.
Well, since they lost to the Joes in the 3-game sweep, it was the longest winning streak of the season.
1-2 pitch comes in high for a ball, 2-2.
Won 5 games in a row, started with the Grand Lake Mariners, Muskegon Clippers, Michigan Monarchs.
As 2-2 pitch swung on a chop foul down towards third base dugout. Staying alive in the at-bat is Avery Janning.
But after the Joe series, that's when Austin Dunphy challenged his players. Put the ball in play more, strike out less, let's win some ball games because they have the talent, and they've done all 3 of those.
And they've been 12-5 since that stretch of games against the Joes. That's 2-2 pitch swung on and grounded foul, or grounded towards second base to Reese Trey. Throw on to first in time to retire Avery Janning. So Kaiser, very effective out of the bullpen so far, retired all 5 Hamilton Joes he's faced. Now he's 1 out away from recording the save and picking up the victory for the Copperheads.
Yeah, Kaiser, after that start, after the first inning, settled down, went through the game, pitched the other 5 innings quality, and just struck out the world.
Well, Brennan Gick will ground that one out towards Reese Trey. Fields it cleanly, throw on to first, and the Copperheads have their 3rd consecutive victory. They knock off the Hamilton Joes for the first time this season with a 6-1 victory here at Foundation Field, as they now pull ahead by a game over the Joes in the GLSCL standing as we head back home for the final 2 games at Bob Wren Stadium in this series.
Well, just a tremendous pitching performance. Coming into the day, you had no idea who was pitching. We woke up this morning around whatever time you wake up, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, doesn't matter. It wasn't until around 12 o'clock we learned that it was going to be Jack Bennett starting for the Copperheads, and he was just fantastic. 7 strong, only let up the 1 run. Nick Kaiser comes in, shuts the door. The bats came alive in the top of the 9th, gave a little bit more breathing room for Kaiser, and it was an all-around performance out there on the field for the Copperheads. Picked up their 3rd straight win, puts them in 3rd place, puts them in playoff contention.
Well, 1-0 in the season is now Jack Bennett as he goes 7 strong innings, only allowing 3 hits and a run, striking out 7. As the Copperheads go back home for the final 2 games against the Hamilton Joes, as we'll be back at it, finally going back home to Bob Wren tomorrow at 7:05 for Game 2 of this series. The Copperheads look to capture the series victory. For Connor Mills, I'm Joey Medor signing off. We'll see you tomorrow.